Hold on. Fix that mute before I said anything. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Rewind. Hope you got your cereal ready because this is going to be a good one. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is up? What is going on? What are you gonna say, brother?
I was gonna say you're so much better at doing that this naturally than I was. I mean, I'm like clicking it as we going. He did it so quick. That's so natural. I love it.
Appreciate you. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm feeling real good. I think the Bears are in the playoff game, so I'm feeling good about that.
Here we go.
And you know what? I realized for the last couple of shows, I've been teasing my boy Hanzo, right? Teasing him a whole lot. But I need to go ahead and give him some compliments, just a little bit. Just give me 30 seconds. I mean, honestly, without him, without Chill, without all this stuff, there would have been none of this community as the growth like it has. And he continues to pour into everyone else. So I just want to kind of give you some respect, some big ups, man, to you, because you've been doing a lot. You kind of put this together, man. So you've done a lot, and we need to just give you a little bit of shout out.
So first off, I appreciate that 100%, but I've always figured, like, since I got help coming onto YouTube, I wanted to help other people and then connect with other people too, right? And we've connected with a lot of people, but I think me and you, like, we have this chemistry when we're online and shit. It's like, it just feels right. You know what I mean? Me and Danny are great too as well.
Yep.
So I appreciate that I was able to come on YouTube and meet some really good people, because if it wasn't for this, we would have never met. So I got nothing but respect for you guys, and I love what you guys do over there on your channel too as well. You know what I mean? I think, like, I didn't want to show it because I was like, Danny kind of wasn't on the list, but when they did the year end, like, the top channel I watched was you guys. So yeah, man, keep doing what you're doing, man. And for me, it's a pleasure to be streaming with all of you guys, right? Because at the end of the day, I just feel like, I'm okay, but having you guys there makes me better. So I appreciate that 100%.
I think that's one of those things that, the connection that we get. So there's so much badness is online. And I really enjoy the fact that we have something healthy that we can connect. Like, literally, I live 400 miles away from him.
Yeah.
We connect and be able to have time and speak to him and, call him on the phone if I need to or whatever. That's awesome. So, just wanted to start off the show on a positive note and talk about all the positive stuff that gets from we get.
Oh yeah, because we know that first topic is gonna be some negativity on that motherfucker. I'm done you, and I'm cursing already. You see, so you guys know I'm gonna be triggered on the first topic that we have here. But let's go through the comments real quick. He said, to Bougie said, hey, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. Collector Movies Man said, hey, Bryon and Hanzo, what's up, Collector? You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. Let's just say this too, because our communities have meshed, right?
Yeah.
Collector comes and watches my streams sometimes. I got people, Monique and Tamika, they come over to you guys' channel, and that's how it should be, right? And I look at all these other fake ass dudes on YouTube and don't understand how they have such a real following, but when people like us who keep it real struggle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, but
because they want negativity, and we just not going to pour that into you. I want to connect. So I talk to Collector, like we talk, we message and stuff, like that. I want positivity. I want to pour positivity. I can't be on something that's going to be all negative, spewing hate. Just can't.
100%. Unless it's Star Wars and Toussaint. Then we're going to get some hate. Other than that, we try to keep it as positive as possible, And the fact that there's two things, right? We can come on here and we can rag on each other constantly. There's never any hard feelings. And we can also have disagreements, even sometimes where it seems kind of heated, but the minute the cameras go off,
It's over.
nobody gives a damn about what we said on the stream or what we argued about. And I love that.
100%.
You know what I mean? I love it. Said, hey, Bryon, I'm hoping to be able to finish Project Hail Mary today. I'm on chapter 25.
It's so good. I'm jealous that you get to reread this right now. And the ending is spectacular.
Absolutely. And he said, Anzo's not going to be happy about Sebastian Stan and the Batman too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Collector. You done know already. What's up, Fernando? How you doing? Said, hey, Bryon, could you send me a few websites where I could buy because I want to be able to pre-order Star Wars Shadow of Maul comic book.
So, and I'm gonna let you guys all know this is gonna. You see how Batman? I don't know if you guys know the Absolute Batman. It's selling. Like if you got the first copy, the first edition issue, you're talking about $200 to $400, unsigned, ungraded.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
So this next one, this Star Wars is going to be in that same ilk. It's going to be Darth Maul. It's going to be crazy. Speaking of Darth Maul, I know I got a box today.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Chaos Crew, real quick. I just want to do this real quick. Yeah.
Let me put Bryon on the front stage. Hold on. There we go.
So got tape on it, so of course it's going to defeat me. I've been defeated by tape for years.
Me too, bro.
So I said, all right, well, I'll tear the whole box up if I need to. And I did. And look at this. This is what I just got. Darth Maul. So speaking of the comic book, perfect segue. Cannot wait to find a place to put it on my wall behind me, which I don't know if you guys could see, but I have a new one right here.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me front face.
Look at it. The DeLorean signed for Christopher Lloyd. Very cool. And it lights up too. So yeah, very cool.
So I'll be expecting that to be sent to me in a few days. All right. You guys already know the address. So I'll take that one. Thank you very much. Derpy said, yo, what's up, Derpy? How you doing? Very bummed out about the Blade movie. And yeah, we're going to get into that too, because that's going to be a rant. Trust me. So what up, Connector? Said, yeah, it's a bummer about the Blade movie, but I heard they might be doing a Midnight Suns movie, and that's how they're going to introduce Blade. That is not how you...
He should be the introduction, then you do Midnight Suns. But this, when I saw Jordan Peele, this is why I was trying to get you guys off of Blade, because Jordan Peele was not going to do Blade. I told you guys, I was like, look, we do Brother Voodoo, do something else. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It's crazy because we not only did we go Packers. Not only did we get the Jordan Peele, we got cast, you know what I mean? Like a couple of weeks ago, there was a cast, that chick was gonna be in it, and then all of a sudden we get this. So we're gonna definitely get into that. Said I'm messing with you, Bryon. No, keep messing with Bryon. Keep messing with Bryon. Okay. That's what we do on this show today. Donnie's gonna come in here and mess with us just now. So watch and see. Finishing a script for Blade should have been a layup. Since is it difficult to complete? We're gonna get into that as well too.
A vampire. You don't even have to have a huge plot. Have him killing vampires wherever they are. It's so simple.
Facts, 100%. Said thanks for the hard work, Anzo. Hey, not just me, Bryon too, right? Because I thought, like, we used to stream a lot. Like me, Danny, and the Chaos, we used to stream a lot every single day. We cut that down. Those guys still cut it down, and I'm still doing like breakdowns with Bryon. And every time I say, Bryon, are we doing this? Bryon says yes.
Let's go.
So I've never once had Bryon say, nah, I'm not doing that, right? So even when he wasn't watching Dead City, Bryon said, I'm gonna watch Dead City, and came up and watched it. So it's good to have a streaming partner every now and then, so it's great, Damn, I tried posting the Avengers trailer on YouTube, immediately pulled 5. You got to be careful about that. You can't put none of that on there, Eli. Yeah, you don't want none of that. Well, you don't really do it. Yeah, you do. You do YouTube a lot, but not as much. So the strike's not really going to hurt you, but you still don't want that strike. Spoiler Kings, I don't believe anything what Jeff Snyder until James Gunn says it himself. And if I were Mahershala Ali, I would jump ship to DCU after they canceled Blade movie. If this is true, we're gonna get into that.
You also have to have something a title to do. And as of right now, DCU has not named a black character besides Jon Stewart.
Yeah, for real, for real. And you got Steel in the background. You got all of these characters that you can use.
Icon. You have Static. You got Black Lightning. You have all those things.
Yes.
They haven't got anything. So I'm just saying, you got to do something first. Show me a black character first. I haven't seen. We've been still. Why I haven't seen Green Lantern? They keep on pushing it back.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Let's just wait and see.
Facts. Bears are winning the Super Bowl. Book it. Oh, hell no.
Wow.
No.
He couldn't stand it because we have dealing with me all day.
B. Minka said, what's up, B. Minka said, oh my God, why so early? Because this is an early morning show. It's what we do over here. You mean, we've been doing this for what, almost 2-3 months now?
Yep.
And you're just now asking why we're so early? I wouldn't doubt it because Pope is from Chicago, and ironically, you're good. No.
All of a sudden, it just comes out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. What's up, Monique? How you doing? Monique. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. Do you guys think we're getting too much info about Avengers Doomsday too quickly? The movie's still a year away. You know what? I think a lot of the info we're getting is crap. All right. Yeah, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. And I do believe what Bryon said is that those trailers that we're seeing are gonna be not in the movie. Nothing we've seen in those.
So what they've done is now they thought of there's no setup, right? So we have no setup for Doom. So what they're doing is trying to make these trailers be the setup. And they're trying to connect things that have happened in the past in this last phase to Doom. So they're not really trying to do any of this stuff. This is not about the movie itself. We're not going to know anything about the movie itself. This is all about connecting it and making it have some type of stakes.
Agreed. 100%. Getting people hyped, right? Because not everybody's on internet. So we got the internet. We saw that 8-hour chair stream. A lot of us watched it for 8 hours, right? But the people who don't watch it are the ones that are going to the theaters and like, oh, X-Men are in it. Oh, this are in it, right? So they're not showing you the movie, but they're showing you the people that are going to be in it and stuff like that. I want to see the movie, though. I ain't going to lie.
It's going to be great. I don't care. So I think I am. I was talking to Tig about this. We're going to save up some money and we're going to rent a theater and do both. We'll do Doom and Doomsday. So Doomsday, same time. We'll just have it for 5 hours and then make sure you come.
I'm glad you said that because backstage I was telling Bryon, I was like, boy, Bryon, last night my belly was hurting me. I couldn't really sleep. You know what I did to go to sleep? I put on Dune 2. I was flipping through Netflix looking for something to watch, and I was like, oh, Dune's on here. All right, let me put on Dune 2. Boy,
15 minutes and you sleep.
I was gone.
Terrible.
I was gone. I heard some actions pop off, and I turned up to watch it, and I was like, no, I'm good. I fell asleep. Eli said, how are other people allowed to keep it on the channel? You know what? Here's the thing. If you're a big YouTuber, I think YouTuber gives you kind of slack and everything. We get copyright claimed and all kinds of stuff for stuff. But I see these big guys, they do reactions to like music videos and they're there, like they stay there. So I don't know what the issue with that, but I think it has to do with the bigger your channel, the more leeway you get, you know. There's only one blade. There's only going to be one blade. Oh, you know what? Now that you said that, because me and Chill used to have an argument about that same saying where I was like, no, he's not saying that there's never going to be a blade, you know, but now, yes.
It might be. I mean, look at it. Don't let, if Wesley Snipes is in Doomsday or Secret Wars, and Mahershala Ali turns like, he's what, 51 now? If he turns 55, we still have no blade. Dude, we're only going to have Wesley Snipes being Blade. That's it.
It's freaking ridiculous. Christopher Lloyd autograph is awesome. 100%. I want it.
Hey, actually, so I can, if anyone really wants one, I could grab another one for them. The guy who has it, he had 10 of them. was like,
yeah, but you got to tell them how much they got to pay for it, though.
Well, for me, they'll let me get it for $225. So
there you go.
But it's $400 autograph. Like right now, like if you look online, it's a $400 autograph.
Blade should have his own. That is correct. Harold Panu was Blade. Snipes was Blade. Guess Ali won't be Blade. Harold Panu was Blade?
When?
In what? Because I gotta go back and watch that then.
Yeah,
me too.
Really?
Maybe in the anime. Said I'm on the road, but I'm here. Danny is in the house. Yeah.
Somehow he always is there to support, man. I love it.
Even though he trolls and gets on us, Danny is the reason why I'm doing this here today. So Danny has to get his flowers as well. You know what I mean? Because Danny put me on. He gave me the opportunity to do it, not knowing me at all. I was Jason Miller when I first reached out to Danny, and Danny let me on as well, And
I don't know if you guys even know how much, like we literally talk. I probably have text with you guys, I want 40 times a day.
Yeah,
just like throughout.
Absolutely.
And he is awesome. I mean, just really is an awesome person. So, yeah.
100%. I mean, just a great guy, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
A great person, So, like I said, he could have been like, I don't know you. And another thing too is that first experience that you have on YouTube is probably gonna be what you're like. If you have a bad experience, you ain't coming back, right? 100%. And I had a great experience when I came on that show, and we did a 5 day straight because we're on vacation, and we did a 5 day straight, so that was great. The Martian Man as well. Exactly. These
are things that he could do, but we haven't had anyone, So that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a hope for DC. I have a lot of hope, but I'm not telling you that it's definitely going to be better.
Absolutely. Black Lightning got his own show, which was underrated, but season 4 was pure fire. Agreed, Danny. And I think
love all of Black Lightning, bro.
Me too. And I think a lot of people complained about CW, CGI and the costumes or anything, but
it was dark. It was drugs. It was inner city. It was about the government experimenting on black people. It was, bro.
And Tobias Wales is an underrated villain, one of the best. When he said Negroes always praying but never want to go to heaven or something like that, I was dying, bro. I was like, yo, perfect. Said I've always watched the replay. That's why. Well, we're glad you're here for the live show, man. I always appreciate it. Keep feeding me the crap. It's like a feeding frenzy. If you want to attract sharks, you gotta throw chum in the water. Yep, absolutely. Andor, Howard the Duck, straight sleep aid. Listen, we're not dissing Howard the Duck up on here, Danny. We're not doing that, all right?
Andor, if I put Andor on, I will be super sleep.
Facts. Brian, did you get your package? Yes, he did, Danny. He just opened it up.
Screen.
Yep.
Right here.
And he said, man, $225, you sound sick. You know what I'm saying, Danny? I was considering it, and then I'm like, I don't really know about
all I have to say is look online. Look on eBay and see how much you can sell it for. That's
good point.
This is only for one reason. Resale value.
Good point. Harold Panu was Blade in the 2011 cartoon. Oh, okay. Really? I'm going to check that out. Sticky's Finger Blades 2006 live action TV show. Yep, you know that. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you all, yo. Thank you, man. Y'all make me tear up, man. I love you guys. You my boys. Same here, Danny. 100%. 100%.
Anywhere we go, gotta shout you out always.
Absolutely, 100%. And Monique said, "Love Tobias as a villain." Absolutely, Tobias was freaking great. So good.
That's the reason why I'm gonna like Spider-Man. I know I'm gonna like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
he is so villainous, and he's just a badass, man.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be great as Tombstone. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's gonna do a really good job as Tombstone. But guys, thank you for your comments. We are going to get into the topics, but first,
guys, I was wrong. Biggaford is always right.
No one ever said that, right?
All right, so we're going to get into the first topic, and the first topic is basically a Star Wars topic, and it's something Brian brought to my attention, but I showed these guys the video, a clip of it. If you're going to go watch the video, it's on YouTube. It's with The Rock, it's with Mark Hamill, it's with Michael B. Jordan and two other guys where they're just talking about their experience, which is it's a good video. It's really good. But before we get started, I wanted to say, I don't understand the hatred for The Rock. I get some of the things that people say where you tried to take over DC and stuff like that. But
what?
Exactly. I would have done the same thing. Listen, if I can control it, if you guys say, hey, you want to run, and at the same time, there was a regime change where one, owner was trying to do something else and the other one, and he went to this owner to try and get it done, and it didn't work out. People hated him for that. The one thing I think people really hated him for was when they had the travesty and people were complaining about him and Oprah trying to get money. You guys are rich and this and that, but no one complains about the other celebrities that have done that kind of stuff too, right? They always complain about The Rock. So I just wanted to say that about The Rock there. And as much as I dislike Oprah, I will say one thing good about her is that she was right when she tried to get the N-word ban, because look where we are today, because we all, even me, said, are you out of your mind? We ain't doing that. We saying the N-word. We the black, we get to say it. Now everybody's saying it. So Oprah was right on that one. I got you.
Oprah has done a lot of good things. So I would say, think about what she did to Jamie Foxx when he did Ray.
Yeah.
To focus him, because and highlight someone that no one talks about, Ray Charles. I mean, so she does a lot of things that says you're standing up for the black community. So, even though I don't always agree with the way she's going about it.
Exactly.
I agree with her process and her thinking. She's there because you represent. She understands that you represent. So I have no problems.
Fernando says, sorry guys, Rock deserves all the criticism that he's been getting. Yeah, I don't disagree. He does. But the hatred, it's okay to criticize someone, but the hatred for him, it kind of just blows my mind. You know what I mean? Like, you can criticize anybody. He lies a lot. We got caught in lies. I get that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, it's just this undeniable hatred, which kind of freaks me.
The thing that bothers me, guys, is that The Rock is no different than anyone else, but he's getting all this hate, and everyone else gets passes. I don't.
Facts.
I mean, you talking about professional? I mean, president. You know what I mean? Like, people do stuff and they get passes.
Absolutely.
And then we talk about The Rock, and like he matters. Why are we hating all that? I can't do it, man. I can't do it.
No, Anik, we're not skipping comments. We go back to the comments after the topic. I just wanted to address that one because it had to do with The Rock. So don't worry. We don't skip comments, brother. But now, Star Wars. Mark Hamill reveals what J.J. Abrams told him when he questioned the lack of Luke, Han, and Leia scenes. Now, we're not going to get into the whole topic. We'll just get into what was said. But Star Wars Force Awakens played it safe in 2015. Yes, it did. Brian says it's okay.
It's okay. It was safe. It's better than the crap that we got afterwards.
Facts. Delivering a movie that had a lot in common with A New Hope, it got fans talking about the franchise again, and there were countless theories. Rey secretly Han's daughter, but filmmaker J.J. Abrams made one huge misstep. After convincing Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher to return to the Star Wars franchise, the trio never actually shared the screen. Han and Princess Leia's relationship had ended, while Luke Skywalker had vanished. Ford and Fisher did have a couple of brief moments together, but Luke never even spoke during his brief appearance in the movie's final moments. Not seeing the iconic trio back on board, the Millennium Falcon together was a missed opportunity, and following Fisher's passing in 2016 and the fact that all three characters are now chronically dead, the moment has obviously passed to make it happen. During a recent Actors Roundtable with The Hollywood Reporter, Hamill revealed what he was told when he questioned Abraham's decision. I said, aren't we going to have a moment where all three of us get together to raise the roof? It'll only take 30 seconds, the actor recalled. J.J. Abrams then said, well, Mark, it's not Luke's story anymore.
Wait, pause.
Yes.
What the hell? What's the last movie called?
Rise of Skywalker.
It's not Luke's story anymore.
Fact.
And then y'all did that bullshit that y'all did. I'm sorry. Within that second movie, when you had him take his lightsaber and throw it over. I better never see J.J. Abrams because I'm gonna choke the shit out of him. I won't be 100% honest. I'm gonna choke the shit out of him.
I am 100% correct with you, and I'm gonna do, because that's the base of the topic. We don't need to get on the race stuff and all of that. But I got my rant, so I'm gonna give this little rant here. Let me up here.
Give him. I don't let him get the one.
Yeah. Hold on. There we go.
There you go. Give him the single one. There you go.
All right. So yes, it doesn't have to be the old school's Han, Leia, and Luke's story. It didn't have to be. You could have still had them in there in a passing the torch type of scenario. You have these three characters that you did not put together in any scenes. Not to mention everything that they have learned from the original trilogy, you took away from them. Han went back to smuggling. Han and Leia were not together, and Luke just decided he's going to remove himself from the Force and go run off somewhere. What we have learned in the original trilogies, those characters would never do that. I know there are a lot of people that say, well, things change over time, but Luke was not a kid anymore by the Return of the Jedi. So what happens as an adult, we learn, but we don't. I was almost cursing there, but we don't change our morals and how we view life. And if Luke ever thought that Darth Vader could be redeemed, and I know this is Ryan what he did, Luke would have never ever thought about doing anything to his freaking nephew, his best friend and his sister's son.
100%.
Right? But
what do you even consider
what exactly? But what JJ did is he set that up for Ryan. Even though Ryan went on his own tangent, did whatever he wanted to, JJ set that up by taking these characters and bringing them back instead of having them move forward. And for that and making Finn the janitor and giving us the freaking hope that we were getting a Black Jedi, and we didn't. For those reasons, and those are the reasons why I can never, not just like Force Awakens, I can never watch it again. I can never watch it again. It is the best of the three, but I will never watch that movie again because you took these characters that George Lucas took his time out and gave them a character arc from being a farm boy, a smuggler, right? A princess, to what they ended up in the final movie. And what you did was said, F all of that. We're going to bring them back to who they were. That was absolute bull caca. Bull caca.
Go ahead, Brian. I look at it, and you look at Spider-Man, right? And was that Tobey Maguire's story? Was that Andrew Garfield's story?
Facts.
But did you not get a point where they're looking at each other, they're pointing at each other? You still bring them on and give them the proper send-off, the proper congratulations. It's heartwarming. It's what you're missing it. You're missing the whole point of what's going on. The whole point of it, you're supposed to build on it without forgetting your past. That's what everything's supposed to be. You build on without forgetting what you're going for. The fact that they never put those three together in a scene after the last movie they did together was them together. To not revisit that is stupid. They carried your franchise. It doesn't matter. It's not Luke's story anymore, even though all you did is go back to the well for Luke. It's stupid. And then why did The Mandalorian become so successful? It's because you saw Luke Skywalker on the damn screen.
Facts. And it was Luke. That felt like Luke, right? You could have had these guys, and I didn't have a problem if you were going to kill them. I didn't have a problem with that. You know what I mean? If you were going to kill them, that is fine. But you kill them in the last movie. You don't kill Han in the first movie and have his son do it. It blew my mind what J.J. Abrams thought. And I like J.J. Abrams because I like what he did with the Star Trek movies.
Mhm.
And when they said he was doing Star Wars, I like, oh, we're going to, because the first Star Trek movie felt like a Star Wars movie anyways, right? So I'm like, we're going to, because Bryon knows this. He's an original Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
And that is nothing like the original and that are night and day, right? This felt like a Star Wars movie. So I was like, okay, J.J. Abrams is going to do Star Wars right. And he didn't. And we're talking about the original character. We're not talking about what they did to Finn, all right? We're not even getting there because that was even blasphemy,
But
what they did to Finn.
You can still save it. He could have still saved it just by bringing them together. Even if you wanted to kill Han off because Han didn't want, because Harrison Ford didn't want to do it, you bring them together still. You showed us that the bond that's never wavered.
Yes,
you showed that first. You give, I pay homage to them. Then you do this. Then if you kill them off, fine. One at a time, it's fine. But they fight for something they love. They go down by fighting for something that they love more than anything. So if Harrison, if Hans goes down fighting for a son, fine. If Leia goes down fighting for the entire empire, for everyone, fine. If Luke goes down trying to fight for more Jedi, for the rebirth of the Jedi, that will be the thing to die for the rebirth of something special. But you forgot what the whole point of you being here is, because we get lost in the sauce about what's Star Wars. Star Wars is about the Force. It's about good versus evil. It's about they lost it, and then you had a chance to rebuild it, and then they did that BS that they did to Finn. How you gonna go ahead and foreshadow him being Force sensitive and never touch it again?
Yeah, and you know what? You have Luke and Han, and even still, we'll get to the comment there because I want to address that when we get to the comments, so I'll highlight it too. But you have Luke. Luke could have been training Rey throughout the 3 movies, and now when you're doing a Rey movie, people care about it. Nobody cares about the Rey movie that they got coming up now. Like, I have a feeling that, and I hope they just decide to cancel that movie. I don't care about it. I'll go see it because it's Star Wars. But at the end of the day, you did not give Rey the opportunity for people to care about, right?
Yep.
You could.
Who's the greatest Jedi of all time?
Luke Skywalker.
Who's the most powerful, do you think?
Oh, either Yoda or Mace, I would say.
I think Mace is probably the most powerful.
Yoda's probably the smartest. Mace the most powerful. Yeah.
And I think but each one of them had someone show them the way. That should be the way of Jedi. You have someone show you the way.
Yes.
When Luke even 100%. Got in there, with Luke got in there without having that Anakin, who did Anakin have? I mean, like, you always had one of the strongest Jedi give you the next one. That's what you're supposed to do, and it's supposed to be passed on. Can you imagine if Luke was on the ship and showed Rey and Finn how to become Jedi, or he was teaching Rey, but you can see at the side of his eye he sees Finn learning these things, and he just says something real slight to him, like, "Hey, being a Jedi is not always about the formal training. It's about understanding in your heart who you are."
Yes.
Can you imagine how good that would have been?
There was no reason for them not to have Finn as a Jedi, right? You could have had the 2 of them. You could have still made Rey the main character if you wanted to do that, no problem. But Finn could have been a Jedi too, right? You could have had Luke training the new Jedis, which was Finn and Rey.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Exactly, bro. 100%. Going on missions with them. Then he sacrifices himself like Obi-Wan did, because a lot of the things that George Lucas did, even though he tried to make each Star Wars different, most of the story beats were the same, right? Qui-Gon died, right, in front of Obi-Wan's eyes. Obi-Wan then said, you know what? I'm going to do this because he did it in front of Luke's eyes. You could have had
Obi-Wan
Luke sacrifice.
Obi-Wan poured it to Anakin. Anakin is still the most powerful of all those things, right?
Yes.
But he poured into him. But you know what's funny? Though it took him all those years to come back, he saw Luke and he poured into Luke.
Yes, 100%. And here's another thing too, right? Because we got this stupid, they disconnecting from the Force. Obi-Wan was a hermit for a long time, from Revenge of the Sith to Star Wars. Never once did he disconnect from the Force.
Yep.
You can't disconnect from the Force.
Then
This
the
is
entity is
stupid.
all out there, right? And then come back.
It's stupid.
Come back.
It's dumb. It's dumb. It's like you and it goes back to the Blade movie. You don't need to put these intricate storylines and stupid shit in it when you could just have a simple story. And it still would have worked. It still would have worked. And you could have had these emotional moments with Han dying. So let's say you wanted Han to die in the first movie, okay? Let's say you want to do that. But Han and Leia should have been married. They should have been married. They should have been together. And then you get Leia and Luke having to watch Han die. Now you get some emotional stuff from them, right? And them using
the reaction, use some of the wisdom now, right? So now
Yes.
they've learned all this. Instead of turning on everyone, say, I'm going to give up on everybody, Luke now turns and says, no, Rey, I'm going to show you
Yes.
the right way to do this. And
Yes.
he teaches her, right? And Finn learns from everything that he's seeing because he's there with them and in their journey, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
You can split them up once you bring them together.
Yes.
And how they all doing their own part to put it back together. And at the end of the day, you came back to Skywalkers.
Facts.
It's still the foundation of everything. So why would you not do that? I just, it drives me nuts every time I think about it.
And one more thing too about, right? Because Luke was never a part of the Jedi Order. So all of the stuff that we knew about the Jedi Order, Luke could have created. So for example, Jedis are not supposed to love, fall in love, have kids and stuff like that, right? But Luke was never a part of that. And Luke could have said, I learned differently, to where, yes, we do need love. Yes, we should have families. We should have people we care about, because we just got to understand how to put that in perspective. And now you could change the way things happened with the Force, right?
Mhm.
You could have changed the rule of two, saying a Sith came in here and realized, oh, the rule of two hasn't been working for a while.
While we die. So maybe we change this thing up. And now you give Star Wars a future. That things have changed.
Facts. But instead, you tried to be safe and say, we're going to do the same thing. It's just horrible what they have done to Star Wars. And I know it's like, oh, this ranting for these movies that came out years ago. But when you hear shit like this,
but this is how much it matters. I mean, what did he say? He says, I haven't seen any of these films, because he didn't watch any of the films. It's one of those things where there's a disconnection between the fan world and myself, in the sense that every actor does the job. When the job is complete, they move on to the next project. It's fascinating for me to see the technology and the happy ending and how it is being used. But I really believe that they should have talked to me about how things go. Obviously, it's hard to predict the future, but I guess I'm going to have to talk to my family about if they want me to be in Star Wars in movies in 30 years from now, after I'm gone. So like it might be a disconnect with Luke.
100%.
He might be totally disconnected from this because of the things that we've done.
100%. And I think he was the only one that was excited to be Luke, because George Lucas told him, like, you know, what do you think about coming back 30 years from now and being like the Obi-Wan character? Luke was excited for that. Yeah. And then you get this script where you're not even in the first one, and then you die in the second one, and you completely removed yourself from the Force and isolation. And not only did you isolate, you left the map to where you were. So obviously you wanted to be found.
What's hilarious that, so basically he did what Yoda did, right? Yes. Except Yoda trained him.
Yes.
And then Luke didn't train. Like, you were the one in that situation.
Facts, bro. Facts. Bro. Absolutely dumb. Just horrible. Let us know what you guys think. What you guys think about what they did with Luke, what he had to say. We're going to get into the comments so that we can move on to the next topic. Anik said, good morning, fellas. Said, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for popping up. I think I read those ones. Yeah, I got there. Hold on. Let me get to where we are. Hey, Bryon and Anzo. Yesterday, I received a Star Wars logo set TIE Fighter bomber. Nice.
That's awesome.
Facts. Said, I never worried about a Spider-Man movie.
Because they all been good. They all been
good. Yeah. I'm not great, but they've all been good. Because I think
even the third Spider-Man 3, Raimi, even that was
fine. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think a lot of people gave it a lot of hate, but when I went back and watched it, I'm like, you know what? This isn't as bad as I thought it was when I first seen it.
It was
You
Topher that
know?
was bad as Venom. That's what people get pissed off
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. The Rock is unprofessional. I don't know about that one. Danny said, haha, that was funny. Got
Got
him.
him.
Uh-huh. Sorry, guys. The Rock deserves all the criticism. We got that. Rock is unprofessional, always late to set, costing production million. Hates it when directors want second takes. Stormed off one time because the director was upset about his take in
You know what's
Black
funny?
Adam.
You know what's funny? You know Samuel L. Jackson doesn't do second takes.
There you go.
Everyone comes in when I walk in the door. Y'all be ready. We getting this take and let's go.
And you know what's funny too? That's what I'm saying. He's not the only actor that probably does that. You know what I mean? But yet it's because it's The Rock, right? And he's always late. Well, he complained about Vin Diesel and them always being late on the set. So I don't know how much sure that, like, you got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He said, I'm smelling what he's cooking. I don't care what the masses think. Absolutely, Danny. 100%. You're right. You're right. It was bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock didn't want the Black Adam to have anything to do with Shazam, and that was a dumb decision. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. The Rock sabotaged Black Adam. You know what?
Now,
go ahead. You first. I know you're gonna cook. Go ahead.
How much money do you think Shazam made? So if I'm The Rock, and I saw a franchise that made $120 million on a movie that cost $100 million, I wouldn't want to be connected either. You want to connect me to crap? I don't want to do that. If I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, that movie made no money. I want to change the way things are done. Connect me to Superman. I like that comic book better.
Mm-hmm. And let's be guys. Yeah, exactly. 100%. And let's be real. Let's be 100% real here, right? DC Marvel has flipped the script on characters so many times, right? Made good ones bad, made bad ones good. Do you see what they did with Taskmaster? So they always do this stuff already, right? Now, I would have preferred if Black Adam was the bad guy. I do, 100%, right?
Be the villain.
And he should have been a villain.
Speak, and he needs to have the ears.
Yes. And you could have done a Black Adam movie where he was the villain. Maybe you could start the Justice League involved, still in Justice Society involved. It's still revolved around The Rock, but he's the bad guy. You could have done that, right? But I get he wanted to be the anti-hero stuff and stuff like that. But he was gonna fight Superman. So it's obviously he was going back to being a bad guy or something like that. We'll see how that would have turned out. Maybe they would have had a fight and then ended up being close at the same. But I don't know. I just think that I blame The Rock for some of the stuff that happened with Black Adam, but you can't blame him for all
for not trying. I have no problem with him trying. That's what I'm saying. Like the hate is about him doing things. I have no problem with him trying to do something different. None.
Agreed.
If it didn't work, 100%. It didn't work. Fine. I'm not going to say you shouldn't have done this. You know, I think, but you commit to characters. That's my problem only with him. If you're going to do something, commit to the character, commit to the will to speak, commit to the way you're supposed to look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't worry about you don't want to look at the character and think The Rock. You want to look at the character and think of Black Adam.
And think Black Adam. I agree. And I think he learned that. And I think he learned that with Smashing Pumpkin. That's why he had all the prosthetics on and everything, right? It's like, I got to make myself look like this guy. And I hope he continues doing that if he decides to take on other characters where it's like, no, I want to look like this guy, you know? Because at the end of the day, when you stay true to comic book, you don't actually have to one for one it. But if you stay true to it, it's still good. You know what I mean?
And here's why I agree with Fernando. You stay true to the heart of the story. You stay true to who the character is overall. Because like I love Black Panther, right? We see all this crap right over here. I don't need to be one for any other things that they did, but I do need you to understand who the character is and just keep it that way. So I think you probably do need a Shazam, but if Shazam's not good, I'm not going to push that part of it. You need to agree with the connection, but I'm not gonna push it.
Agreed. Lost opportunity to make money. Think they would have used Black Adam in Superboy movie. It would have performed better. Interesting. Interesting. But by that time, you know what I mean?
It was done.
Yeah. Rock, like the hatred for The Rock is like nobody. And I think he needs to do something to reinvent himself because no one's gonna watch his movies anymore unless he has like we gotta see this Rock movie. You know, other than that,
Go back to the kids for a little bit.
Yeah, like Eddie Murphy did, right? Eddie Murphy had a bunch of flops and then did Nutty Professor and did a bunch of kid movies after that. And now he's trying to go back to some of the stuff he did in the past. But yeah, go and reinvent yourself. Go back to the kid movies. I agree. Yeah, the trigger has been pulled. Bryon is next. Who has been mishandled worse, Blade or Black Panther? Ooh. Okay. So I'll let Bryon go a little after me. I'll say Blade because at least we got a $1 billion Black Panther movie. They couldn't even get a Blade movie off the ground.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts, Bryon?
I hate they mishandled Black Panther worse.
Mm-hmm.
They've done worse to Blade.
Yeah.
Blade, who saved everything. He's literally the savior of all Marvel things Marvel. You've done worse to Blade. You mishandled Black Panther because you never handled Blade. You didn't do nothing to it.
Yes. And if you guys go, Godfrey, right? He's a comedian. He has a video out there. It's a short. You can just Google it, Godfrey Stan Lee, where he talks about meeting Stan Lee. And Stan Lee tells him that Wesley Snipes and Blade saved Marvel, literally. And I know he's not lying. I don't see this guy as a liar, right? So if he's telling you that story, Stan Lee admits that Blade saved Marvel. So you now, Marvel, should be treating Blade like God Blade, right? Yeah. Blade should be on a pedestal because this is the guy who made sure that what we are doing today is because of him. You know?
If I'm doing a new phase and I'm redoing stuff, Blade is probably my number one thing I'm trying to do.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's hard to go back knowing how it plays out. Absolutely. Preach, Anzo. Absolutely. Broke wind just now and had a piece of chitlin stuck in the crack of my tail. Too much info, bro.
That sounds like a problem, brother.
Yeah, it sounds like a you problem. That said, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford should have gotten a send-off in passing the torch. Absolutely. He said, Luke Skywalker is my favorite fictional character ever. I will never forgive Rian Johnson for what he did. Same here. Even though J.J. Abrams didn't have him in the movie, he didn't really change. Well, he kind of did by making him run away or whatever. But J.J. Abrams took that to a whole different level and gave us a Luke that was not Luke. So he said, to be fair, Harrison Ford wanted to die. He should get the blame as well.
No, but you bring them together first. You bring them and then have them go. And every death has to be for something greater than yourself.
Yes.
For Han, who was on his own, didn't have a family and that stuff, it should be to be able to put my family back together. Okay, yes. That's fine. That's the death that you get. You get first. I bring my family, the family he had before, Luke and Leia with him back together. Right now, he's trying to bring his immediate family back. If he died during that, fine. Carrie Fisher, who was there for the entire empire, she was trying to bring the whole thing together. If she's going to die, it has to be to bring everyone together.
100%. And yes, Harrison Ford wanted to die. But what Harrison Ford's problem was with Han Solo is he didn't feel like the character, like there was a progression to his character. Well, you know what? You could have done that in this one and showed him, we're trying to, because you're going to deal with grief, you're going to deal with these emotions, you're going to deal with this. So it's not just going to be a one-dimensional character anymore. And you could have done that, paid him some extra zeros, and I guarantee you Harrison Ford did Brave New World. Brave New World, right? You'd think he wouldn't have stuck around for Star Wars if he got paid a little bit more, or you gave the character more depth. Come on now. So you could have killed him off, but you could have done it in a way where you didn't need to do it right away. Yeah, Collector said, I like the Star Trek movies that J.J. Abrams did too. I'm excited at the first when he said he was going to do Star Wars, and he did 3 of my favorite TV shows: Lost, Fringe, and Person of Interest.
I love
Agreed.
all three of those. Yeah,
I thought it was going to be great, and that's what he did. Said Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin Skywalker is one of the most powerful Jedi's of all time too. So
I agree.
If you're ranking them, like, I still think Mace, the way they created, I love Mace's story. Yoda is fire. Obi-Wan, because though you can say Anakin Skywalker was great, but Obi-Wan kind of beat you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Ground.
Yeah. Fact. And you see, that's another thing that I had too. We're not gonna get into that one, but with the Obi-Wan story, Vader shouldn't have lost that fight. Sorry. Shouldn't have lost that fight. You like, first off, the fight shouldn't have existed because George Lucas already said that they only had that one fight as they got older, right? But okay, fine. There's a way you could have done it, but he shouldn't have lost that fight. There's no way he should have lost the second fight.
It's still one of the best fights that they had in the prequels, man.
Oh, I agree. You don't need to kill off characters to pass the torch. No, you don't. You are correct. You don't have to do that. But at the same time, I think
if someone wants you to kill them off, if they say it's run its course, I think the point of all storylines, if you writing stories, is if you're going to kill off a character, you want them to reach the point of the thing that they say they wanted to do from the beginning. If their whole point of the character was to do this, then you want to make sure that before they die, it's doing that thing that they said they wanted to do.
Yes. And one thing about these movies and a lot of movies, right? You want to touch people's emotions, right? You want to have people feeling a type of way. And the way Han died, I didn't feel a way. But if you had done it in a certain way where he's sacrificing, people crying in the background, screaming for him to not do this, I would have been like, you know what? This is an emotional death. I love it. You know what I mean? It's just the way they did it. I didn't like that at all. Anakin Skywalker is the most powerful Jedi ever. Yes, but because what happened to him, and he had to wear the suits and everything, a lot of his powers weren't as strong as it should have been because he was in the suit to save his life. So that's why Palpatine wanted Luke, because Luke was his son, and powerful. So yeah, Anakin and Skywalker has the highest metachlorian count. Yeah, he does. Yeah, that would have been cool if they would have had Finn, a Jedi, and Rey. Absolutely, 100%. And it's crazy that me and Bryon can sit here and come up with a better movie than they did. And we never made a movie in our life.
It's so much simple. Like, literally, this is what you do because you know to respect for characters, just what you do.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure if you hollered us, Marvel, we could come up with a Blade movie too.
Oh, dude, Blade 100%. Look, I know a guy on the corner that can come up with a Blade movie.
Finn yelling "Ray Ray" was so annoying, worse than Sam yelling "Bumblebee" in the I agree.
Transform movies, yeah.
Transform. I agree with you 100%. The Ray, he was just ended up being a simp for Ray towards the end. And you know what? I guess you could say like, oh, well, he was in love with Ray or whatever, but we don't get none of that. You don't get that feeling from that. You don't get the feeling that these two were ever gonna like be in a relationship, because she ends up doing this fucking force Skype with Ben, and it looked like they were having some sort of love affair. So I'm like, what are we doing here? Like,
that's
what?
Because they didn't know it was the directors didn't know what the hell they're doing. So she just was going back and forth the whole time. So the whole first movie seemed like they had something special, right? Mm-hmm. And then, okay, this was going to develop. Then this whole second movie, she was like, oh, who's this other dude? Like,
yeah, 100%. And one thing I liked about Force Awakens is like when they first meet up, they're running, Finn grabs her hand and she's like, stop holding my hand. I was like, oh, that's a cute scene. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it looks like we're going to get something interesting. And then nothing from that.
Yep, exactly.
I really wanted a Knight of the Old Republic movie or a Darth Bane movie. Yeah, I could feel that one. All this is evident that Disney buying a franchise is not a good thing. Agreed.
You're right.
Never understood how the Sith would go along with the Jedi Code. One apprentice, one master, no more, no less. Exactly. And they could have changed that. You know what I mean? So
they say, no, we're better than this. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine if they had been Solo? Let him go ahead and be evil. And he says, no, I'm not going to do this. Why are we
Facts.
doing one apprentice, one? No, we're going to
Facts.
I'm going to build an army.
Yes. Which was supposed to be the Knights of Ren. Right now, imagine this last movie ends. Instead of that stupid space battle and Palpatine crap, you have, let's say, 25 Jedi against 25 Sith, and you just have an all-out battle, you know, Sith and Jedi. That would have been so much fire, bro, than what they did. The Rock is no Samuel Jackson. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, y'all. What's up?
What's up, Delta
Says
Dan?
Black. What, Eli? Yeah, you have a problem with Black? Huh?
I'm trying to
You
say
got a problem with
always
Black
dead on
going on
Black.
here? Facts. Shazam is very important to the Black Adam story. Come on, fellas. No, he is. I get it. 100%. Black Adam is Shazam's villain. I get that 100%. You could have worked that down the line, right? You could have worked that down the line. You could have did something. But I also think that,
Is it wrong for me to say you're a struggling franchise? I don't want to be connected to that for the struggling part of it.
Mm-hmm. And then to be honest with you, Zachary Levi in a muscle suit going up against a real muscle man Rock. That's just it. I get it. You could have done it, but I get it. I understand it. Black Adam sucked. They used a weapon that could hurt him in the start of the movie and never used it again. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. Like there was issues with it, but I did enjoy the movie.
No one's saying this is a masterpiece of
Facts.
Black Adam.
Facts. Easy Black Panther, because even when they did the movie, the character was nothing like the comics. No, he wasn't, but I don't think they did him wrong. Like they did him good. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even though he wasn't like the comics, I think they did a good job with him. Go ahead,
but
Bryon.
I think it was an evolution of the character too, because the whole point of this whole Black Panther, I love what they did in the movies, because they told him, you know, you are a good man, you're going to be a king. It's hard for a good man to be a king, but he becomes a good man. He becomes a Black Panther, and he's a king. They didn't really touch on the genius part. They didn't touch on the other things that all the other things on it. But you could have touched on that as you went along. So you could have kept up build. I think it was a good foundation of the character, and then you could have gone further into it. So I have no problem with the original Black Panther movie. It doesn't have to be. I don't need to be word for word the same as the comic book. I just need you to understand the strength of the words and the who the character is in itself. That matters more to me.
And if you would have done what Ryan Coogler wanted to do with him in the second one, that would have even added another level to him being a good father, good king.
And you see him build. So one thing I didn't understand, because they never really talk about him building the lab that Shuri's in. He built that lab. That's like what. But you could have brought that in. It was a good foundation, and you could have added details to what the character was as you went along. Agreed. That's what they should have done. And I agree. And I think they could have. And I hate on Ryan Coogler all the time. I really do. I respect. I know he's a really good director. I knew he's one of the most special directors out there. But I hate on him a lot because of the whole killing the black father all the time. You can't kill a black father every movie. But
agreed.
I think what he had written for what he wanted to do in Black Panther 2 would have been special. I think it could have been the connection between the father and son, and going on those 8 days and having to keep his son safe and all. I think that would have been special. And he could have talked about how intelligent. He could have shown how he poured into his son, that connection. I think he could have done a lot with it. So I'm not saying that wasn't something that they're planning. That they were planning. It probably was something they were planning. I'm just saying I hate the way they went.
Agreed. They could have found a better way. I also don't want old ass Blade at all. I love Ali, but that role passed him by someone like Stanford. I don't think he was that old to do Blade, but I get it. If you want to do 10 years, by the time he gets old, 10 years,
he's only 10 years different than Wesley Snipes. So if you would have done it, you got to do someone who's younger. Usually, I actually kind of agree with you.
And what do you think about Stanford? Lakeith
Stanford? I still want him to be Brother Voodoo, because I think Lakeith will be, instead of the physical stuff, all this stuff. I think the idea of him becoming Sorcerer Supreme and being a foundational piece in that way, in the magical and the voodoo part, I think that will be better for him personally.
I agree. And I think he's such an underrated actor, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He is so fire. I love him in the harder they fall. I still love him in that movie.
Everything he does. I mean, I think he
me
does.
too.
People hate on was it the movie House
Book of Clarence.
No, Book of Clarence is fucking fire.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's amazing. But everything Lakeith does, I think he does a great job in it.
Yeah, me too. Marvel screwed over Mahershala Ali, locked in a contract, couldn't do any other work. We're going to get into that. Absolutely. Never signed a lock contract unless you are in the middle of a sequel franchise. Yeah. Obi-Wan beat a young Anakin Skywalker in Revenge of the Sith. He didn't reach his whole potential until he became Darth Vader.
I mean, he still did Order 66. I mean, he still killed everyone. He killed all the kids, but there were people there trying to defend them, and he killed them too. Anakin was going around just killing people.
Yeah, agreed. And to be honest with you, even though Obi-Wan did beat him, Obi-Wan beat him because he had the high ground. Like that, he wasn't winning that whole fight. You know what I mean?
Anakin had to do was say, "Okay, I'll come back."
Yeah.
One on even ground. I'm better than you.
I will say when Han Solo did get killed, my mouth dropped in the movie theater. I was not expecting it. I did get a little sad. Like, no, my favorite character. Yeah, I feel you, Collector. I didn't like it either. I don't care for an old blade. Wesley Snipes is nostalgia, but you have to lean to some things. Go before you hate. It all was done wrong. But he also 50 Blade need to play by someone younger. Yeah, he does need to be played by someone younger.
You look at Mahershala Ali, I said he's 51. So I mean, even if you came out with it in 2019, like you're supposed to when it first was announced, which is 7 years ago, he still was already 44. So like you knew there was going to be a ticking time bomb. So that means you really had to release that movie immediately if you really wanted him to be Blade.
Agreed. I feel like the old Star Wars movies were the best. The newer ones, not so much. Agreed. Okay. Did you guys hear Kathleen Kennedy is no longer going to be in charge of Lucasfilm in a few weeks? But Jon Favreau is going to be the one who's taking over Lucasfilm. I heard he didn't want to do it, but
it's supposed to be it's going to be co-CEOs. It's not just Jon Favreau. It's Favreau. It's Filoni. Like they're going to. It's going to be. The thing that we've been talking about for 5 years, they're pretty much going to do that co-CEO those all this stuff. Yeah.
And to be honest with you, until she's gone, I'm not going to believe it until she's gone, because we've heard these rumors about her leaving so many times, and she's still there, right? She's like that cockroach that never goes away. So until she actually goes away, then I'm going to come on here and celebrate. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to celebrate. But until she's gone, he said, Black Panther was done bad in his own movie. He wasn't the T'Challa I grew up with. I hear you.
But it doesn't have to be exactly. But I think, once again, foundational, and then you add on to the character as we go along. Because I think what they did, what was the movie? Winter Soldier, is that the one? When they killed T'Chaka, and see how badass he was when he's running past Captain America.
Yeah.
You can talk about his physical prowess. You could have went onto his mental prowess. Like he's special in so many different ways. And you could have continued to build upon what he is as the movies went along.
Agreed. I've always loved Sith over Jedi. I thought they were much more interesting characters. Agreed. Me too. The Knights of Ren were, they did. The Knights of Ren were so wasted. How do you do nothing with them? Because they had no plan, right? At least when George Lucas did his 3 movies, he knew where he was going. Yes, he may have changed certain things along the way, but he knew where he was going from start to end. They had no plan. They just said, we're going to make Star Wars movie and do this. Evolution. So take his IQ. IQ.
IQ. His IQ, so it's an intelligent quotient. Like, so they're letting him be smart and everything he done in the comics. No, but you're going to build to that. So like, I think those things could be the things that you build upon. So I like what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, because I guess we pretty much agree. But I don't think that was the end all be all of what he was. I think you didn't have to dump everything into that immediately. You could have seen it as he's teaching his son how intelligent he was, and he could talk about this huge lab that we have here that Auntie Sherry has. I built it. I was the one who started this with her. I worked with her, and I will work with you, and you will be just as brilliant as she would.
And these movies are about
passing everything.
And these movies are about passing torches, right? Now you're not going to pass the torch right away, but you're setting the seeds as to him being the next Black Panther and him following his father's footsteps and understanding what it's like to be a king, learning what T'Challa didn't learn.
No,
yes.
T'Chaka, T'Chaka says, I took my son everywhere I was from the time he was 10 until he became the Black Panther. He became my protector. I took him everywhere. He was poured into. T'Challa was poured into his entire life. For him to turn around and not do the same thing to his son is criminal.
Yes, but I meant what he didn't learn by letting the Killmonger go and not acknowledge he was a part of Wakanda, stuff like that, right?
And then turn around doing the same thing, and that they say you were wrong. Oh, you were wrong, and then do the next movie. So he would have learned and taught his son that. So now you get his son learning something that T'Challa didn't understand or didn't learn until later on in life. So you could have done so much like that. Tell me why lightsabers back in the older movies used to be so powerful, able to cut through anything, but the newer movies, in the new movies, they're weak. They don't do anything because of plot devices. Plot armor. Yeah.
Plot armor. Ryan doesn't get T'Challa because he's not the damn baby daddy in the comics.
Exactly, he's not a baby. You know, I hate that the whole baby daddy thing. Like he literally gets married. He gets married multiple times, but he gets married. He has kids. He does it the right way. He's a good man. That's what he's by far a good man. So why are we not? You didn't have to do what you did.
Facts, 100%. Oh my God, yes, him as brother Voodoo is everything.
I would love Lakeith as it, man. I can't. Oh my God, I hope it does it. I hope that happens.
Facts. She's that fly in the car you just can't get rid of, no matter how many times you thought you did. Facts.
Like, I haven't seen that fly in 3 weeks, and all of a sudden comes back. Captain Kennedy.
When I finally hear she's gone, I'm gonna be popping champagne bottles. Oh, we doing a stream. Guaranteed, we doing a stream. That
immediately. I have champagne everywhere too.
Facts. Some of the Sith were more interesting. They really need to embrace Mr. Windu. I want to see an origin story on him. I'm reading Shatterpoint, and it's awesome. Mace was done wrong. Absolutely, 100%. Oh no, I am getting triggered. No. Hey, there you go, Danny. There you go. Now we can trigger you. All right, guys. So I want you to let us know what you think about this. Thank you for the comments. You guys have been killing it so far. I appreciate it. We are going to move on to the next topic, and let's do it. All right. So let me trigger it. I kind of messed it up a bit, but I could have done better. Share this screen here. Move Bryon over here because this is a topic I do not want to be leading. So
let's trigger the hell Alfonso. Let's go, guys. This is going to be awesome. All right. The Batman Part 2, Sebastian Stan's role in Matt Reeves' sequel has been confirmed. All right. Let's go. This week, we got a word from Thunderbolt star Sebastian Stan was set to join Scarlett Johansson and Matt Reeves' Batman sequel, and his character may now be confirmed. When Stan's casting was announced, there was a lot of speculation where he'd be playing having a new take on Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face, and the actor stylist Michael Fisher has now shared some fan art depicting his client as the Dark Knight's hideous, scarred, coin-flipping villain. Fisher could have simply been playing along with the speculation, but in the latest newsletter, Jeff Snyder mentioned that his sources believe Stan is indeed playing Dent. If accurate, we will assume that he is becoming Two-Face, but we wouldn't be all surprised if Reeves took the character and his established origin into a new direction. All right. Stan's fellow MCU alum Scarlett Johansson is reportedly playing Gilda Dent. It's a Nate Gold. That's what it's Nate Gold. Who has her own villainous backstory in the comic books. Gilda has never actually been taking the mantle of Two-Face herself, but there's a theory that Johansson's version of Gilda could take on inspiration from Darcy's Dent, an Elseworlds incarnation of the character. Reeves has previously dropped a few hints about the villain Batman would be facing off in the movie. Because of what the first movie was and what the Batman Part 2 is, which is very much a detective story. The idea is trying to protect the secrets of the movie is super important because it's a mystery. I want to keep it a mystery, right? That would be an extra level of heartbreak if the part of it is started to get out. You want to keep the super fans, the surprise, so the fans can have fun experience. I always love getting in the movies, which was to go and be surprised, the filmmaker said in a recent interview. In addition to Penguin star Colin Farrell and several others, presumably more than 5 people on stage, Robert Pattinson has read the script, which was delivered to him in a high secured envelope that required a separation code to open, and will probably blow up in 5 seconds once you read it. And was said to be very happy with the story, which will seemingly take the iconic DC Comics hero in a new direction we haven't seen before. He said he's Batman, so if he doesn't like it, not good. So I was surprised. So wait, I'm gonna read that one more time. He says he's Batman. Pause. So if he doesn't like, so no, not good. So I was super excited when I thought that he really would like it, because the things that it does for his character, for Batman, and for Bruce Wayne has never been done in this way, and I have a feeling he will respond in this way. The fact that he did is incredibly encouraging. And then talk about the Batman Part 2 is finally in his theaters in October 1st, 2027. So that is an AI depiction of Stan. Now go a little bit lower. Scroll. And that's what his stylist put out there.
Oh my God. The AI looks so much better. You see, this is the problem. Yeah. This is the problem. This is the problem, right? This, which is more fantastical, looks better than this. If this is what the stylists and them are planning on doing, then
I won't really piss you off in a second. But first, let's shout out Sheed real quick, because he has the super chat. I didn't want to move.
Yes. Let's do that. What up, Sheed?
So why are we tripping about how old Mahershala Ali is? Hugh Jackman is 60 years old. Nobody tripping about him being Wolverine. Make it make sense. I hear you. I think he also is just physically dominant. The way we saw with Blade from Wesley Snipes is just athletic. He's amazing. He was able to do things. He made Blade, because he saved Marvel. He made Blade look amazing. I don't think Mahershala Ali could do, even with strings or whatever. I don't think he could flip and do the things that Wesley Snipes was doing and made it such a badass. I don't think it could ever happen. That's probably why I would have made him a little bit younger.
And to be honest with you, I get what you're saying, but I think it's time for Hugh Jackman to hang it up too as well. You know what I mean?
But I think he also needs to hang it up.
Yes, he needs to hang it up now. I know he's doing it for the paychecks and stuff like that, but he needs to hang it up. Honestly.
No, I agree. But I just wanted to say thank you, She. Appreciate the super chat. You're awesome, man. Always.
Absolutely.
All right.
So,
I want to, before you go, I want to say this to you about this. Okay. What if this is a story, and then I will let you just go, and then I'll give you the whole stage. This is not a fantastical story, guys. I'm just letting you know. This is going to be a grounded story. What if the idea of Two-Face is that Harvey Dent, his self, is in the spotlight, exactly what you get from Harvey Dent? But the other part of him, he's also controlling the underworld with his wife, with Gilda. And she's queen of the underworld. The idea of Two-Face is them together are playing both sides of the coin. How pissed off would you be about that? Because I don't
extremely.
I don't like that either.
Extremely.
I can see it happening.
It's funny that you said that, because when you said it, I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, especially when they're talking. Because I was like, wait, there's a female Two-Face? I didn't know that, right? So now we're talking about having a female Two-Face in there, where it could be his wife, and the two of them, where he's the good and she's the bad.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Very, very much like it was with in Daredevil.
Oh yeah. No, you see, No, we're not.
Because he still is evil, no matter what.
We're not doing this, guys. This is the problem that I have. Right. And I'll say it again. And I know Collector earlier said Anders was going to be mad. Yo, the acting choices are fine, right? The characters, getting these big actors in there, these good actors. Sebastian Stan, I think he was better in the early days of Bucky. I think later on they kind of watered him down. He wasn't as good. Like, I get
you like him as a villain.
Yeah, I liked him as a villain. Yeah, better as a villain. But these guys in it is great. I just don't care about this grounded, like this. If you look at the picture, right? Let me put this up here again so you guys can see. If you look at the picture,
I like
this looks horrible. Now, obviously, it's just a little sketch. They're going to make it look better. But again, I want something that's more dedicated to comic book Batman. I do not want this stuff created in reality. Now, Daredevil is created in a reality, but you still have fantastical stuff in it, right? You still have that. These movies, the Nolan movies, and the Batman and the Batman
Stop
2.
Always trying to shit on the Nolan movies.
Yes, the Nolan movies getting.
He trying to sneak that in there no matter what. We're not talking about Nolan, and he's just trying to sneak that. Dark Knight is one of the best movies of all, comic book movies of all time. So stop trying to shit on that.
It's not fantastical though, right? That's what I'm saying. So these crappy ass, not fantastical movies don't do it for me. Put something in there, right? Something in there where I can say, oh, this is comic book stuff. I'm not going to see the Batman to watch a detective movie, to watch Cross, right? Because that's what I'm watching Alex Cross. That's exactly what I'm watching when I see about. I love Alex Cross. Don't get me wrong. I love Alex Cross. 100%. That's just fire. And I can't wait till season 2 of that. But I'm not watching the Batman for that. You can have the detective stuff. You can have all that stuff, but you need fantastic.
The problem is you need to understand, and this needs to be understood from the beginning, Batman is not a superhero. And people are going to be pissed off when I say this. Batman is not a superhero. Batman,
I get it.
Is a hero. He's the greatest, in my opinion. He's the greatest hero that was ever created. Way more better than Superman, better than Spider-Man. I think Batman is the greatest hero ever. He is not a superhero. He's a dude. So if he's a dude, it can't be. How can a dude deal with fantastical things? You know, what is he dealing with magic? Batman for Superman really shouldn't even happen. You know, he's a dude. He's an amazing, super powerful, talented. He has jiu-jitsu, knows kung fu, knows all these things. He's like a ninja, but he's a dude. So at the end of the day, when Darkseid comes, I know I got the plot armor of with planning, I could do anything. With planning, you can't do anything. It's just there's things you can't. I have no problem with it being a little bit grounded, but it needs to be epic. It still needs to be epic, and that's why I think that's what we missed with the Batman Part 1, the epic part of it. I think the Batman Part 2 could be good, but I think I'm looking at some of these comments. I'm really want to get into some of them, but looking at what you guys are saying, I agree. I don't think he's going to be dipped in acid. I don't think he's going to be burned half his face. I'm telling you, the Two-Face is going to be the face he shows in public and the face he shows in private. And how does he do it? It's literally with his wife.
And that makes sense for this type of crappy ass movie. That makes so much sense, right? That's exactly makes sense, right? We're not gonna have this dipped in acid. We may not even have the half a face. Right?
I'm telling you, it's gonna be one face for everybody. It's not gonna be him turning this way and this way. It's just gonna wait till I show you in public and to show up till I show you out public. And I'm still this boss. I think like that's gonna be more of a metaphor type of thing.
Like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type of thing. You know what I mean? Exactly what they're gonna do. Or maybe he has like a split personality. You know what I mean?
Oh, even and that, yes,
yeah. A split personality.
Moonlight.
One's bad. Yeah, exactly. No, that is absolute garbage. Nope.
Danny says brain power superhero. Brain power is very smart Regular dude. Unless he's Brainiac, his brain power levitates him off the ground. He's not super. There's no superhero about him. He just plans really good. It's called plot armor. That's what this is called.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Can't wait to, this is what we're thinking, but I want to get into these comments about what you guys are thinking, because I think that's going to be part of this discussion more than anything, because you guys got some fire things that you're talking about.
Let's do it.
Said, do you think the reason that they're moving on from Blade also is because they don't know a way to how to explain the whole society of supernatural beings existed for such a long time without being exposed? Anthony, I think that's fire, but I think that they should just do it, because there's obviously, they're bringing in X-Men. There's obviously things that are just there, right? So just because we didn't talk about it because we were doing our own superhero thing doesn't mean it didn't already exist.
Exactly.
So, but you guys have a good day. I'm going to watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, go a live action movie from the 1990. Yeah, I've got the 4K box set, all 3 movies for Christmas. Dude, I love the first one. I love the second one too. Don't tell nobody, but I love the second.
Yeah, second one's good too. I like the second one, but the first one is the best, hands down.
You don't want to go back to China?
No.
If you go to China,
no.
Daniel's son. Okay. They're doing the Long Night trilogy, only 2 movies. If Robin doesn't show up in this movie, I'm guessing I'll be pissed. I think they're doing the Long Night. Yeah. So it's Harvey. I don't think Two-Face persona is literally going to be getting him dumped into acid. I think it's going to be more of a metaphor for him. Yeah, burning the lines of which ethical and unethical. Anthony, I think you're fire. That's a fire comment. I agree.
Agree.
So, the Thing actor T.C. Carter found dead at home, age 69. Really?
Oh shit.
That's terrible.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Rest in peace always. Yeah. Anthony says, to put criminals away, he's justified it by he's putting them away to cause less damage, but in reality, when they get released again, because more damage, so he kills them off. Okay. Okay. When I first heard Sebastian Stan being cast as Batman 2, I was hoping he would be Hush, but I'll take him as Two-Face. Okay, Fernando, cool. I don't know. I'm just not hyped about anything Marvel Doomsday. Is a money grab to no build up nostalgia movie. RDJ is going to be a good Doom, but he doesn't need to play him. The miscast of Reed shout out has been Doom. So once again, I think all these trailers and the mini trailers are all trying to build stakes. I agree that there's no hype, there's no stakes along with it, but that's all they're trying to do is build that. And when we get to Super Bowl and they drop that first trailer, then we can revisit a lot of this stuff, because it's possible they will create a lot more hype around it.
Yep. And I have faith that Robert Downey Jr. is going to do a good job of Dune. Was he miscast as Dune? Probably. But I think Robert Downey Jr. is a good enough actor that we're going to feel like Doom. And this is what I really want. Doom not to feel like Tony Stark. If he feels like Tony Stark, it's a fail. If I watch this movie and I see Doom and I'm like, oh, it just feels like Tony, it's a fail. He has to feel different than Tony Stark did, or else it's not going to work.
So when he gets a chance, read my last 2 comments on the article. Yeah, I thought Anthony, they were fire. That was great. We are getting quite a few MCU defectors coming to the DCU. Very interesting. I think this is going to try to play both characters.
Yeah.
If I'm in the superhero movies, forget it. I don't have to go with these other movies. I'll just do all the characters for us.
Yeah, me too. 100%. You know what I mean? I would do the same thing if I have enough time to be able to do, DC and then go back to Marvel when they need me. Yeah, 100%.
Yep. So I don't want him as Two-Face. I don't think that he's good casting. Isn't that a conflict of interest? He's working for the competition. He is under contract with the enemy. That seems off to me. Well, I think that you're going to get a lot of that, man. Yes, you're forgetting he already has been Wolverine for yes. I also think it's time to recast him. Also, again, nostalgia is ruining these characters.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think they should have already redone it, and I think they are going to. I think he'll be there with Deadpool in between stories, and they might even pull him out of the storyline and off the pages, and he just kind of pops in and pops out. But he can't be doing this at 70.
Agreed. And I heard he might be getting one more solo movie. So, if you want to do that, give him a send off and then put him on his way. But when you reboot this universe, Wolverine has to be somebody else. It cannot be him. It cannot be him.
So they should release it on Halloween. They want the full month of October. So if you look at the DC slate or the slate for movies in 2027, it's already fire, right? But if you release it October 1st, you own all the fall.
Yeah. And then nobody want to watch that movie anyway. So
we all love the Batman movie.
No, we do not, baby. Good.
All except this man over here. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
With Blade specifically, I think the reason why Marvel possibly decided to cancel the movie is they couldn't find a logical way to explain the whole society of vampires has been out of sight.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the Blade topic. We got a lot.
That last one. Our last topic is gonna be really good on that one.
Yeah. Trust me.
If Harvey is Two-Face in this movie, I don't think that it's literally him getting dumped in a bad acid. I think it's more of a metaphor. Yeah, 100%. Hugh Jackman is going to be Wolverine until he's 99 years old.
Yeah, Deadpool said that in the movie. He said that in the movie, and I'm believing that.
Of him blurring the lines of what's ethical and unethical, he is justified in his head that he's putting away criminals, but his reality is when they get released, they cause more damage. But I think he'll look at them as maybe we shouldn't be putting them away, and maybe he starts killing them.
100%. Thinking he's doing the right? Because you're gonna have it to where it's like, no, I'm doing the right thing when it's really doing the wrong thing. Kind of like a Thanos type of thing. Yeah.
You can go past them because I already told Anthony how to fire.
Did we do these ones already?
Yeah.
Oh, we did, right? All right. So where were we? Shit, I lost where we were. Here we go. We'll start here.
No, we did that too.
Oh my gosh.
We did that too.
Here
yeah. You love Howard the Duck and hate Batman. Make it make sense.
I do.
Go up to the ace right here. It says at code says I am 100% agreement.
Yeah.
So, I am 100% agreement. I'm tired of grounded, realistic Batman. I want fantastical. I want comic book.
Cole, my man. Thank you. And I almost skipped over your comment too.
I know. I saw it. I wanted to make sure we went back to that. Yeah. And Lauren said earlier, said the first one was a detective movie, and it was, but it did a bad job of being both Bruce Wayne and Batman. But I think that you can explain that what's going on. And my biggest problem with the Batman Part 1 was it had 3 endings.
Yeah, it
really just kept on going, like dude, in the movie.
And then you had the ending with the Joker that was a deleted scene. So technically, you would have probably had 4 endings. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, no.
So you just kept on going. Like, no, you couldn't figure out what you wanted to do at the end, so you just kept on doing all of it. That doesn't work.
Facts.
Batman's vigilante. Yeah. If they're doing Batman year 2, hint. Yeah, I know. That's his point. His plan.
Batman brain power. Batman money. Really, Danny.
For both of you, do you think it's more intelligence, Tony Stark, Bruce Wayne, or Reed Richards? Okay, I had a whole list of who I think is most intelligent. I'll let you go first if you want to read through, but I have a whole list of the smartest ones.
Yeah, I know you do. So for me, I would probably think Reed Richards is number 1. I would go with Tony Stark number 2 and Bruce Wayne at number 3. Bryon?
I think Bruce Wayne is the best detective. He figures things out the most.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's not question with that. I think Reed Richards is smarter. If it's just those characters in particular, Reed Richards is smarter than Tony Stark. I think it goes Reed Richards, Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, and then who you say? I will put
Sherry.
No, so I have my list. I'm just other people he had on his list. I'm going to put Batman right behind Tony Stark, but in front of Bruce Banner.
Okay, I got you.
But my actual list is what's her name? Lunella Lafayette. She's number 1. She's by far. She's beyond brilliant. So she's number 1. Then I'll go ahead and put Reed Richards. Then I'm going to go ahead and put Tony Stark. Then I put Shuri. Okay. Shuri, I have it 4. Then I'll put Bruce Banner. Then I'm going to put T'Challa. No, I'm gonna put Riri. I'm gonna put Riri first. Then I'm gonna put T'Challa. Then I'm gonna put Hank Pym. Then Hank McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Amadeus Cho.
Nice list. I don't disagree with you. I think we got, and you're more comic book knowledge than me, but I think when we like look at what we've seen, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
So I'm curious to know what James Gunn Batman looked like. Will it be more par with reality or imaginary where things can't happen? It has to be you have to have a little fantastical because he's in the world with Superman. If he's in the world with all these other heroes, you have to be a little bit more fantastical. The one thing you can have a grounded Batman is when you don't have other characters around.
Agreed.
Team in 3, feudal Japan, not China. You're right.
You know what we were talking about anyways,
You're
Eli.
right.
You don't got to come on here and correct us.
You're
all
right.
right? I appreciate it, but you don't need, you know what I mean? You know what we were talking about.
And no matter what, it was crap.
Facts.
He's going to be changing, but we won't probably see the full change. That's interesting. Okay. Nick says, I think Mr. Freeze can be grounded in reality because we have tech to watch Freeze, to have Freeze gun and AI bodysuits. And
I can agree with you.
What if you have him in like he has to go back into a chamber? Like he, you know, to keep he found a way to freeze the cancer that's going through his body or something like that.
No, I agree with you. I think Mr. Freeze could be grounded in reality more than maybe a Two-Face guy. Not more than a Two-Face character, but at the same time, I'm dead. I'm good. I'm good with the reality stuff.
Why it says Batman superpowers is super heavy plot armor. Also, I'm tired of solo Batman bringing in the Bat family the right way. Gun, why are you rushing us to Damien when casuals don't even know about the rest of the family? Damien does not need to be in here. Damien is a little bastard. Like the fact that we don't have everyone else, it makes no sense. Like I want the evolution to from Robin to Nightwing more than I want rushing to Damien.
Agreed. Because you get the Robin death, right? You get to see that. You know what I mean, man? And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're dropping the ball by not giving us an adaptation of that, right? You're really dropping the ball because you could do that in some really, like, you could have a great Batman movie and then boom, right at the end, you get this emotional death scene and it ends with Batman holding. Oh, man, it would be so much fire if they did that.
To Two-Face, most likely be regular Harvey Dent, and his character will progress during the later Batman films. I think makes no sense to rush him into Two-Face. In 2 hours, we need a proper story. I'm telling you that's why you have his wife. There's no other reason to have his wife there.
And to be honest with you, we don't know what's going to happen if there's going to be a Batman 3, right? With James Gunn's Batman coming out. So you can't really say we're going to depend on doing it in 2 movies. We can't do that.
Alonzo doesn't want it. You don't want it to be it?
No, that's it. You got this Batman movie. I get it. You're putting it out there, but let's make this the last one, okay? Let's do that.
Maybe the mouse don't play as nice. Yeah, Disney just sucks, so whatever. Oh no, he voiced Mace Windu in the cartoons. Also, Kratos is God of War.
Who did?
The guy who died, passed away.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So they don't do long contracts anymore. Yeah, they're doing like 2 to 3 movie deals now. They don't want to put anyone a 10-year deal because no one wants to sign them anymore.
Nobody wants to sign that. I wouldn't want to do that either, right? Because now you're at the beck and call of when they're ready to do the movies and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
So after Doomsday and Secret Wars, he's probably done. I can see it. I can see.
I hope so. I hope so, but it seems to me like I said, like they want to give him one more movie. At least that's the rumor that I heard. They want to give him one more movie, and then after that, maybe he's done. But
I think what happened is he got divorced, and he needed to make his money back. And he said, "What I need to do to make this money back? I need to go back to being Wolverine. I can work out for 5 more years."
Facts.
What if Scarlet is Astrid Arkham? No, I thought we heard who she is now, and because I want Batman Mask of Phantasm is the greatest movie for me for a Batman.
Agreed.
That's what I wanted, So, but it seems like we already know, who she is now, and that's
why you gotta do this now, Cat.
You haven't looked at me too long.
Go ahead.
But as long as she's Gilda Dent, then she's gonna be more important to the storyline. You're not bringing Scarlett Johansson there for no reason. So as much as I would rather her be another character, it seems like we already know what she is.
Yeah.
Why do people say Marvel and DC actors have been playing characters too long and needs recasting, but no one says that about Worf, Michael Dorn? Because there's only one Worf. Look, you better not. Look. Stop it.
I mean, with the makeup and Worf stuff, you can kind of make him look a little bit younger and stuff like that. But
he doesn't have to be younger. Worf can just age. We're good.
He could. But yeah, he needs to give it up to me.
No. I wish they would hire us to do the marketing. If Batman 3 was greenlit, would do Scarecrow and get a horror feel and release it on Halloween 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do Hush and Scarecrow and make it real, like dark and gritty and scary.
Facts.
And have a little Batman by was it by not Moonlight, by Twilight and by Gaslight. I'll do a little bit of that kind of feel to it with a lot of the horror feels. Man, that'd be great.
Yep.
So Joker, Two-Face, and Penguin are in who is the main bad. Joker won't be the main bad.
No.
Penguin will be a building bad, and I think Two-Face will be the anti-hero turning into a real bad.
We might not even know who the real big bad is in this movie yet, right? They might be keeping that as a secret, so we'll see.
Reese the smartest, but not Multiverse of Madness one. Not the Multiverse of Madness one. Can y'all imagine if RDJ made a jump to the MCU? I mean, can y'all imagine if made it to DCU?
Yeah.
What can we?
I mean, at this point, you know what I mean? It's only superhero movies he's making money on, so
watch him be Brainiac. Like they say they recast Brainiac, and then he said, "No, we recast Brainiac." Tony is better tech than Bruce.
Yeah.
No. Bruce Banner. Yeah, I put Tony in front of Bruce Wayne too. So
yeah.
Shuri in the comics is not smarter than T'Challa, but I'm balancing what they have in the MCU versus what they have in Marvel. So I have them real close to each other. But Shuri is very, very smart. And T'Challa, everything that Shuri does, T'Challa is the foundation to all of it. And I think that's my one thing that I hate is that they never talked about that fact that Shuri didn't build the lab. Shuri didn't give him the whole foundation. He gave her that foundation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's why I hate that they never talked about it. But I thought we could have gotten there, but we didn't do it. Intelligence, no mention Lex Luthor. We're talking about villains.
Yeah, we're talking about heroes. Yeah.
So I would trust Reed Richards over Tony Stark to solve the end of the world problems. Usually I would, but this last Fantastic Four movie, when they said instead of let's move
the planet, yes.
Let's move the planet instead of the thing that are coming to attack the planet. Let's move him out the way. Let's just move the whole planet. What are we doing? Galactus is coming. Move the planet. Why don't we move Galactus?
Yes, correct.
Sure, you're smarter than Tony. Maybe.
No, not biased to heroes, Eli. We were just talking about the heroes. Like, if you want us to put villains in there, we'll have a whole different list for that one.
Yeah, 100%. Because Doom will be somewhere right under Reed Richards. They're really close. They're colleagues. I mean, they're right under each other. So I mean, it's one of those things. We would have had a whole lot of different people there.
Agreed.
Scream 7, the best movie of 2026, will be the best.
Hell no.
No, I'm not become.
Hell no.
You're going off the MCU. I'm sure no way you're playing there over T'Challa. And once again, I'm balancing it off from the movies to the comic books. In the comic book, Shuri wasn't in enough comic books. Mm-hmm. So in this whole idea of Shuri being Black Panther, She was Black Panther for like 4 issues, and T'Challa was still there. So like I can't go just off of that, because if I'm going off of that, then Shuri obviously wouldn't be as T'Challa was everything. I'm trying to balance what we got from Marvel and comic books too. So. So Shuri understands tech though, and she does. And once again, she built off the foundation when he gave her.
Yep.
Yeah. So
listen, you gotta go.
T'Challa is the greatest scientific mind in Wakanda. Yes. But he also didn't do it all the time, because T'Challa. So in a lot of the comic books, because he was. So when something happened, what would happen is like T'Challa would go into the lab and he'll figure a lot of stuff out for himself, but he'll leave a lot of it for other people to do, because T'Challa had to be king. T'Challa dealt with the Avengers. T'Challa was Black Panther in himself, so he did a lot of other things too. So I can see how Shuri can then. I have no problem with sharing Shuri. The intelligence of Shuri. I have no problem with that. And then when you do this and when we have this conversation, I do not want to turn off the people that love Shuri either. I don't want people to say you're hating on Shuri. I don't want to push her down, because that's not what it's supposed to be in the comic books, to build myself up. We can both be great.
Agreed. I agree.
You got to put Magneto and Professor X in there. Remember the casting Cerebro. And ain't never been fully explained how they even thought of that. Yeah, I agree. But is Magneto a villain or a hero? I don't know. I believe Magneto's right. Fernando says, I want a proper Poison Ivy, but it's because what's going to happen if Batman is always grounded.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
We saw a little Robin death in Batman versus Superman when we see the shit and it says joke's on you. Yeah, but that's Snyder, and that's so far away, and we didn't see a death. We just saw like
the suit and we know that he died. Yeah.
See, I told you, we got Scream 7's coming out this year, this month. Oh, it's this month. It is this month, man.
Yeah, nobody cares.
It's fine. I have a list, and Scream 7 was probably not in my top 8.
Me neither.
So. If the Batman 2 makes another $1 billion, why does it matter how long James Gunn chooses his Batman? I think once it makes another $1 billion, he will be the Batman for James Gunn, because the way it's being sold, the DC being sold, and all that stuff. If it makes $1 billion, Robert Pattinson will be your old man Batman, because you're trying to bring the whole Batman family in it. And you don't have to change anything, because Robert Pattinson's already 39, about to turn 40 right now. By the time we get this movie off the ground, he's going to be 42, 43. And Damian will be there. I don't know why we put Damian there, but Damian could be whatever age you want him to be. He could be 13, 14 and be a little bastard.
Facts. Hey, watch what you say about my cat, man. Cats are not little demons. They're just little babies inside,
What's up, Dre? I didn't see you. He said, what's good, Dre Mac?
Hey, what's up, Dre? How you doing, brother?
Gunn doesn't know what to do with his Batman, because he's rushing the timeline. You can't just floss over Dick Grace's growth, along with the loss of Jason Todd or or Tim Rose, because of you want Damian in. You're flossing over the key moments. Boy, you're appreciative choir right there.
Fact.
I agree so much. Did you guys hear Tom Cruise stop by the set of Star Wars project? Yeah, grabbed a camera and filmed a fight scene. Yeah, I did hear that.
Really?
That sounds like so much like Tom Cruise. Mm-hmm.
Well, hopefully it's good.
So we need to move away from the Joker, because the Joker's storyline is getting too old. That's okay. We need Batman with a new, more terrifying villain, and that can last longer. First off, I don't think that you need to get rid of Joker.
Same.
I don't. I will say that I did a whole video on this at all the Batman villains and named all how big that list is. And you don't have to just continue to hammer the same people over and over again. But that doesn't mean you get rid of Joker, because you don't ever kill all the villains. Marvel, This is where you're wrong. Don't kill off the villains.
Agreed. Especially the good ones, right? If you got a villain in there, because and we know a lot of these directors and writers that make the movie, before they're making it, they know like, oh, this doesn't work. This is not good, whatever. So kill him. If you don't think it works and not a good villain, kill him. But you killed the good villains, Killmonger, all these ones that were great.
You put the rest of them in jail so they can break out. Like, why do you think that there's Arkham Asylum? Why do you think this happens? Because you don't kill the villains.
Yes. Joker doesn't need to be the main focus because he's been the main focus in like every iteration of Batman. But sooner or later, you're gonna have to get a good Joker in there. You know.
So Luthor was made an honorary member of the Justice League in Crisis. Yeah, no, come on, Eli. Doesn't mean he's a hero. I don't think we need Joker and Batman 2. I'm a little jokered out. You don't need, but he shouldn't be dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's not a great plan. Exactly. Yeah, Shuri didn't show up to about the mid 2000s yet. No, so it was like 2000. I want to say it was like 3 or 4. I have to look at it, but it's like 2004. Shuri literally solves Tony's tech within a minute. No way Tony can outsmart Shuri. But once again, I have to combine the comic books with what we got from Marvel. Just because what happens in movies doesn't mean that's exactly what happened in comic books. So I have to kind of balance that stuff out.
Agreed.
They showed glimpses of Black Panther. Shuri said that the suit T'Challa was wearing in Civil War was his design, and he made a comment about his helmet. Yeah. Because he designed all the stuff. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's literally a genius, but they really didn't dive into how smart he was. He is like classically trained. The dude is amazing.
Agreed.
So, yep, I love Civil War T'Challa because he was a badass dude. You saw him just run through, like, killing everybody. Like, you can't stop me. I don't need you. That's the thing I liked about it. Because he was like, Avengers, I don't need y'all. Get the F out my way. Y'all can either come with me right now or get the hell out my way. Because this is about to happen. None of y'all want to stop it.
And they knew what they had because that was the trailer, right? They showed Black Panther. They knew that it was going to be fire. So they let you know, we'll tease him in the trailer. And then boom, when you watch this movie, he's going to be fire. And
if you ever read like all the comic books of Avengers, you notice that even in the beginning, when T'Challa's there for sometimes some of the Avengers, he's never joined the Avengers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's more about, I'm about my people.
Yes.
You know, so I always respected that. So he knew in the comic books that you need to be about Wakanda, but he forgot about that. And let his son go be raising hate. Boy, I don't even want to get on it. Man, we're going to get on Ryan Coogler again. She's Griot and her comic storyline. Why not go to that? She becomes a goddess. Shuri becomes a goddess. And that's why you really should be going with that with her.
Got you.
So I love it.
Yeah.
Anzo, that's it. The next prize will be Magneto's right t-shirt. What do you think? Dude, my wife makes me those all the time. I have Magneto's right t-shirts all over the place because I believe Magneto was right 100%.
Yeah, let's do it, Danny.
I'll send you guys a couple of them and have them.
Facts.
ESP with magic users they introduced in Agatha or Ironheart. Yeah, they do have that. Yeah, I think the key is more Black Panther worthy than Shuri. I mean, you really are going far away from the comic books, and that's it's just hard. It'll be really hard for me because I'm like, but you have none of the things. Why would you get the heart-shaped herb? You're not even part of the royal bloodline.
Yeah,
that would be hard for me to accept. Since when do you unlock members? On you have members on? Yeah,
I've had my members on since I became monetized. Baby,
it's like
yeah.
Did y'all see Wonder Man in full costume? Man. Bro.
Actually, not yet, but
nah, you know how I'm going to hate on Wonder Man. You know, Lawrence, you know me long enough now that you know I want to hate on that. This is something I am. Joker is the more popular than most of the other Avengers. 100% Joker is, because Batman is more popular than almost all the Avengers, right?
Facts.
Like, there's Superman, there's Batman, there's Spider-Man. That's it. I have my poster on the wall right here. It's Batman, the Superman, Spider-Man comic book. I was showing that to you yesterday, right? My Superman, Batman, Superman, Spider-Man comic book. They're re-releasing in March, but I got the original. So Lucky is gaining Joker popularity, but Joker is just through so many years and decades of being the greatest villain of all time, in my opinion. Like, I love him, Darth Vader. Like, those are the greatest villains when I'm thinking about villains.
Agreed.
And Lex Luthor.
Agreed.
So no, Marvel makes villains anti-heroes. Yeah, I hate that.
They do that too. Don't like that either.
What do you think about getting the Court of Owls and Batman 2? I don't think you could do all of it.
Too fantastical.
I wouldn't be surprised if James Gunn's first Batman, the Court of Owls, is being used.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
Sure, he's her own hero. I have the comics. She wasn't Black Panther. Yeah, for long. She was there for four issues. I promise you, it's all it was. And they're making this huge thing for all these years for 4 issues out of the 280 some odd comic books of Black Panther. She was there for 4. You're tricking me, guys. You got me. You got me. It makes me mad because it's like I have to be against Shuri to want my T'Challa to be Black Panther.
You know?
And that's not what she is, like, literally like a goddess. She is it on her own. Why do you have to put her against her brother when he was there for her when she needed him all the time?
You don't need to take away from T'Challa to prop up Shuri, you know? You don't
it's
need to
always it's almost to me like it's always that there only could be one storyline. Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah.
There only could be one. There only could be one. No, there's only one good Black person at a time.
Agreed.
No room on the stage for all of us? Come on. No. Thanos has been a terrible villain because Marvel made him to a more relatable and sympathetic to his cause. I mean, he could be right and still be villainous. He still didn't snap away the whole world. Like half the world.
I don't think he was terrible. I think Thanos was good. I just think what they did was try to get you an understanding of what he was trying to do. But I don't think he was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta remember who he is. I mean, between the demons, and they should really have done a better job of the Eternals to really explain who these guys are.
Agreed.
And what the gene is, and they could have done a lot more. So, Section 31 sucked. Are you guys looking forward to the new Star Trek show, Starfleet Academy?
No.
Maybe, but I'm stuck in the past. I love Next Generation still, so a lot of stuff. I love Picard, but it's because I'm more of a Next Generation Trekkie than I am an overall Trekkie.
And I haven't seen Section 31. I seen it there, and I was like, "Oh, so let me watch it." And I was like, "Oh, it's a movie. It's not a series."
Yeah.
So I'll go back and watch that whenever I have nothing to watch.
So you can't ground the Batman because he is a damn human with shit that won't work in real life. I don't know how they keep doing it, just make it comic accurate.
Agreed.
He's not a hero. He's not a superhero. He should just be a hero. He's just a dude, a really dude with a lot of money.
Agreed, 100%.
That's what's called Al Griot. Yeah, name's you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got you. And why is the man ape look more like a damn hero than T'Challa top of the comic books? I guess Ryan doesn't understand Black Panther. You say that. I have where's my man ape? I got it right.
Like,
I see, you gonna have me going to grab my comic books. We're gonna be here all day.
Find it, but he has it, right? We already know Bryon has it. There is nothing that Bryon doesn't have. I swear to God, if you guys said you made up a comic book, right? Let's just say, I got this comic book where Batman is black and he's fighting this Bryon, be like, yeah, I got it here somewhere. Hold on, let me go find it. He would have it.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Graded last C2.
You see what I'm saying? Like there is nothing he don't have. Nothing.
But also,
Crazy.
I know about it because I read the stuff before I do stuff. You know, I
Mhm.
don't like people that like to collect stuff and don't read it, don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Facts.
So, would you like a side movie of Dora Milaje? The Dora Milaje.
Nah.
The Dora Milaje. The Dora Milaje. I don't need a whole movie. They can just be who they are.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
Mimika.
$4 super chat. Thank you, brother.
Which movie should I see later? Greenland 2 or Primate? Okay.
Ooh.
Primate out here is a gory for you. It's gory, it's creepy, it's a lot of death. Of death.
Oh,
Primate is something interesting. Greenland's decent story. If you like gory, Primate's the one, man.
Oh, I'm probably going to see Primate 100%. 100% I'm going to see Derry. Primate.
Does Alfred ever age out or pass away in the comic books? I don't remember the death of Alfred. I don't remember the death of Alfred. Honestly, I don't.
Interesting. Here you go.
Wonder Man and T'Challa, that movie would be fire.
He's starting. Donnie's starting. No, you know what, Donnie? It would be better if it was Toussaint and Wonder Man.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Toussaint, Wonder Man, the two Black Powers.
Oh my god. The anger. The anger. Oh man. The Black Powers, you talking Wonder Man's black whatever, bro.
Yeah, the Black Powers.
Where's Chill when I need him right now, right? I need Chill to come on right now. No, because less is more. You don't have to spotlight anybody. That's why a man. That's why not a man if we need to see them too much. They lose their aura, like they did with the females and Bodyguard Spies. That's it. I think that the aura of the Dora Milaje is really cool. You know, they're just there, and they're this elite female warriors that he even troops, that just trust with everything. I think that's important.
Absolutely.
So, Joker, Lex, Green Goblin, Doctor Doom, Magneto, Thanos, like the most iconic comic book villains.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't think of anyone that's much. I mean, there's more powerful ones, but most iconic. I agree. So Darth Vader is the GOAT of villains.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, who else has a theme song as he walks?
Facts.
Like that's how you know you cold as hell.
Facts.
Love her, but like taking away Bruce Wayne from Batman. It's it is mad people that will was Batman like Dick. Dick, you think that fans will love that? Racist for real Black Panther. Yeah. Recast the real Black Panther. Recast Black Panther because he's the only. There's literally 280 something odd comic books. Like I literally have almost every single one he's ever been, even in the Avengers or in the Fantastic Four, or he's had a few things with what's this with the it's with the U. I'm just reading it the other day, but like he has a few single solo spots here. He comes in with some of the people. The one where he was with Blue Marvel and Monica Rambeau and all of them. He has all these, but it's all every Black Panther thing is about T'Challa. So like you would riot if it was a Bruce Wayne. You would riot if it was a Clark Kent. Yeah, you do this.
Agreed.
Man, we need riot, guys. That's the problem. I can like Ryan Coogler and say that you're wrong. You are wrong. You're not listening to your own damn movie. You shouldn't have done this.
Facts.
Yeah, but you're getting me, guys. Voyager is the best Star Trek. Get out here. I love you, Fernando. I love you, Fernando. Get out of here, man. I feel like you guys are just trolling me now. See, the Ultimates. That's what it's the Ultimates with Blue Marvel and oh man, so it's fire. That's a fire one.
I'm gonna tell you it's Discovery, Fernando.
Okay. I hope James Gunn uses villains not seen on a big screen for Batman, Killer Croc, etc. You definitely can. You definitely can. You know, once there's so many. The list of Batman villains is so large.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got it all. He does. He has it all.
Yes.
Man ain't a damn villain. Yeah. Just saying Ryan doesn't understand. I think just a casual fan of Man Ape in certain stories killed their father. Yeah. In the MCU, he's a hero. Who jokes? Yeah. Jokes. Yeah. Man Ape, like, what are we doing? I don't understand how they changed who they were. Like, now he's king of Wakanda.
Facts.
Darth Vader, Joker, Hans Gruber, and the Skeletor are the greatest villains. Hans Gruber. Okay. Dark Knight Return Part 2. Alfred suffers stroke. Does he die? I remember he says a stroke.
Let's hope. Yeah, I'm not sure if he dies though, but yeah, I agree.
Let race swap Wonder Man and no do Blue Marvel. Yeah, and do not do Blue Marvel. I want them to do Blue Marvel. I would love if Kevin Jervois would be part of it, you know, and really give Blue Marvel his like standing ovation, like give him his flowers of how great of a character really is. Blue Marvel is by far the most powerful of all the Marvel things. Man, it would be great. Him in Joker face. And here we go. Got Ryan going on Black Panther. Yeah, 100%. Oh man, that's funny. I think the go-to villains is Darkseid, Michael Ironside voicing him on Justice League. That's my favorite version of him. But I don't think he's the most iconic.
Yeah, I agree.
Darth Vader, yeah. Frieza, Skeletor is the greatest villains ever. Okay, I'm not a fan of I am a fan of Voyager, but I expect the surprise was a Strange New Worlds. I didn't see that coming. I was never a fan of Pike until that show. Pike did seem to be a lot more fun than that. Yeah, my bad. I mean, Deep Space Nine is the great. Thank you. Now
you just switched up because Bryan said that earlier.
Now we're good. Now I'm talking about. Let's give me my Black Captain. Go ahead, give me some Worf. Give me some real close, almost 7 of 9. Let's go,
man. They didn't make Cisco captain until like the last couple of seasons,
but he became a captain.
Deep Space Nine was a snooze freaking fest compared to regular Star Trek movies. I remember I was like, "Ooh, we got Hawk. He's gonna be a captain." Yes. And I watched our first episode and I was like, what is this crap?
No, there were some good episodes. There were some really good episodes, man. I didn't know Robert Pattinson was at home when it makes sense for him to go and make him the DCU Batman. He is the age of gun he's looking for. Why would you have two Batman? Me alone around the same age. Agree. That's exactly the point. If he makes $1 billion, you don't try to find a casting of someone who's already done it and made the $1 billion. It makes no sense for your company. Just let Pattinson be your overall Batman.
I agree.
The greatest villain of all time is Joker. You can't. I think Darth Vader is still. I mean, he blew up planets, bro.
Yeah, facts. I get it. Joker is one, but if you Google list of greatest villains, Darth Vader is 9 times out of 10 the number. So yeah.
We got the last 2, and then we gotta get to the next thing there.
Yes, sir.
We got a damn Agatha show, but you lost with Blade. Yeah, exactly. You can figure out how to make Agatha entertaining, but you can't do Blade. I mean, these are 2 people that totally messed up a Secret Wars. Man, that's one of the best stories in Marvel. How you just rush that? Yeah, no, I hear you 100%. Gunn is, I said, Elseworld is different than DCU. I don't care what Gunn says. Gunn talks too damn much. Go run the damn company. Give me Batman by now. Come on, man. Don't tell me Batman 2031 we're gonna get back. Boy,
I'm right there with you, right? It seems like James Gunn likes the Superman family more than he likes the Batman family. And you don't even need to get into the family aspect yet. You get Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, and then everything else from there comes along. That's what you should be doing. You know what I mean? So,
and then give me some milestone. If you're going to do that, go ahead and give me some milestone. Give me some icon. Let me get some Static Shock.
Agreed.
Steel.
Agreed. And last one.
Did you see the picture of Tobey Maguire on Avengers Doomsday set? And yes, and I knew that was going to happen. And even the story that I told you guys, that I text you guys about the whole thing, made sense for Tobey Maguire to be it. And they're going to open up on Tobey Maguire and his world being destroyed, not by Doom, just by the story, the timelines breaking down.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that part of it. It's just when they said Andrew Garfield, I was like, we're not sure. But again, Andrew Garfield is probably going to be in it anyways. But I just not sure. I think they would have saved him for Secret Wars, but we'll see.
Okay. All right, guys. So that's what we had. A long one. I know it was a lot of fun talking about it, but we gotta go into a next next thing, because right now we're gonna talk about Cross Season 2. So let's do this.
Yes.
It's gonna be a short one. I just want to watch the trailer.
I got the trailer up.
Yeah.
Cross Season 2. Before we started, Bryon, what did you think of Season 1? I know we did a little stuff on it, but what did you think of it?
The emotions, the idea of seeking help, the brother love that we got, bro. Like Cross Season 1 was fire. Aldous Hodge should be T'Challa. It drives me so mad. He should be T'Challa. That's who it should be.
I don't disagree with you on that one, 100%. And I'm gonna say this real quick, right? Because I thought it was great, but it's good to know that it was like a year ago we got Cross, and now we're getting Season 2 a year later, which is what it should be with these shows. You can't wait 3 years to get out another season because people forget about what they seen. So the fact that this is coming out a year later, good job. I hope more companies do that, because it's annoying. Yeah,
that's why.
100%. Make that money, boy. Let's watch this trailer and see what it's about.
You know, it must be so hard for you. Sign up to fight for truth and justice. But do you know what that badge in your pocket makes you?
In this job, some days you are the difference.
Don't you know no one alive can always
There he is.
be an angel.
Detective Alex Cross, MPD's resident genius.
When everything goes wrong, you see somebody.
Are you familiar with Lance Duran, Crestbrook Industries?
We will end world hunger forever.
Someone's trying to kill him. This will be a joint investigation with the FBI.
So we're partners.
What was in the box?
My position, you're gonna make enemies along the way.
Someone's out for revenge.
Not the first time something like that went down.
You know exactly where to cut. There's someone who's done it before.
Stop. Zoom in.
Who is she?
Our manhunt is now a woman hunt.
This killer doesn't make mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes sooner or later. We just need to find the right button and press it.
Well, let's go press some buttons. There has to be an order, a plan. The fingers are the key. Uncontrollable rage. What you got, sugar? She's killing everyone on that list.
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. And then sometimes again it seems that all
With an active serial killer on the loose, don't you have a responsibility to tell the public?
Alex, it's a bad system.
But can I stop it?
You can pretend that you're one of the good guys.
How long did you know? I'm sorry, man.
That is a dangerous miscalculation.
This could end my career.
It's me against the whole world at this point.
What happens next is up to you.
Alex Cross, on the call! Please don't let me be misunderstood.
I want justice.
Wee.
Dude, don't tell me that
February.
Don't look cinematic. February 11th. I know exactly the date.
my
I know what
God.
I'm doing that day already. It's already planned out. I know exactly how it's going on. But literally, that looks cinematic. That
Yes.
man is so
Yes.
cold. How
Yes.
do we not have him as a superhero? I am so disappointed every time I see
Yes.
him, because Aldous Hodge can do it all. And he
Agreed.
should be in the MCU. He should be in DC. He should be something.
Agreed. And listen, I'm going to say this. We are definitely going to be breaking down every single episode of Alex Cross again, guys. So make sure to check that out when we do that 100%. That trailer looks fire.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. And you have a female assassin who looks like a badass. I'm about to curse right now, so guys, block your ears. But fuck yes, I'm down.
Someone said and put a message to me because I was watching this trailer on Thursday. Someone messaged me and said, "Ain't that like anything else? You have a woman trying to take down a black man." Oh man, they're like, you ain't gonna get no one else to take me down, but
oh my gosh, that is hilarious. He ain't wrong though.
It looks so good, and I really enjoy him as an actor. Once again, I liked him when we were looking at what's that TV show? The one that he was on first. I'm blanking on the name. And it's funny because I watched all of them too.
Skipping my mind right now, but I probably watched it too.
Yeah, it was on Prime. Man, I don't know why I can't think of what it was called. Leverage. That's what it's called.
Leverage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he played different characters, and he was hardest, and he was this genius. Right, but he looked like he's a badass because he's 6'1", 220 pounds. Brick house, but he's a genius. Like that just told me that this guy needs to be in something epic. And him being across reminds me now of Luther. Idris Elba is Luther. He has 5 seasons. He's going to come back for another season of Luther, which I cannot wait for that. I think he's doing Cross the way it should have been done. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Morgan Freeman. Whatever you can say what you want to say about Tyler Perry, but this is Cross, and he's epic, and I love him as a hero in itself. So, man, I love this trailer. I cannot wait for season 2 of Cross. How you feeling?
I think this trailer is amazing. I am excited. That date is marked down on my calendar now because I am excited for this show. And if I'm not mistaken, they don't drop them all at once, right? They drop them weekly?
Weekly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's good. So I don't want them to drop it all at once, so we'll have some content we can make on that. I'll say this. As much as I can't stand Tyler Perry, I didn't hate his Cross movie. I thought it was okay. Him as Cross was kind of, his acting was kind of, but I thought the movie was okay. I didn't think it was bad. But
I just didn't believe him. That's
as Cross. Yeah, exactly. 100%. You know what I mean?
You trace down people now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. He tried to do the action movie stuff. It didn't really work. I liked the guy because the bad guy in that was Jack from Lost, and I thought he was great in it. But other than that, yeah, I got you. But this and Morgan Freeman, it like started the Alex Cross trend with the movies and stuff like that. But this is Alex Cross.
Dude,
this is Alex Cross.
I love Samson. What's his name? Isaiah Mustafa.
Yes.
I love their connection. I love all this stuff. I'm so excited about what we're going to get. I love his kids. Seeing his kids grow up. I thought his son should have been, if we did T'Challa's story the right way, the son that was going to be with T'Challa. That's what I'm talking about right there. So I'm saying like this is going to be a very good show, and it's something we're going to be able to break down and really love. And I cannot wait to love on this show, man. This is going to be really good. It's good to talk about even mental illness, dealing with trauma, Black men who don't like to go into therapy, having someone that you could lean on. There's a lot of good things about this, and I cannot wait to talk about it.
There's only one thing in this trailer that I was like, I hope they don't dwell on it too long, because it seemed like there was a part where the FBI is like, Alex Cross, get out your car. And I'm like, okay, I hope we don't get into a long story where they don't trust him, because we did that in the first one. You know what I mean? So,
but he's still black.
Good point. Good point. And he's probably the best of them, so we want to get rid of him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I think it's going to be amazing. And I don't think I don't think any of us disliked any episodes in season 1, and I'm thinking season 2 is going to be the same thing, maybe even better.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited. So this is what we're thinking about, Cross. I'm so excited about season 2. Anzo's really excited. We're gonna break down all these episodes, but as of right now, let's look at your comments and see what you guys think about this. You can go ahead and read this stuff.
So, by the way, I'm a huge Midnight Suns, and I have written stories about them in a horror action. I will send it to Marvel. Yeah, you'd send it to Marvel because they need some help with that. Is Venom going to be involved in any of this? I don't think they're doing Venom yet. What I think they're going to do, though, is I think we're going to get Spider-Man in the black costume in Secret Wars. I think they're going to do that with Tobey Maguire. Yep, there's no way you rush the Bat Family. Too many solo movies. Agreed. Cross, man, looks good. This who should be playing Blade, if you ask me. I like that. Wyatt. I like that. I do definitely think he would be a good Blade, to be honest with you. You also want a Blade. Well, I know it's like to say, oh, you want a Blade who has martial artists and stuff like that. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can really fake that, with camera tricks and stuff like that. So I don't think you need to know. I just think it makes it more authentic if you have someone with a martial artist background.
I agree. And I think, and actually, I do believe Aldous Hodge does have that background, but I think that part of it is that he's bigger, so it doesn't look as incredible. When you're a bigger dude, when you're jumping, it just looks like you're jumping. When you're a small dude, it's like you're flying.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I think he would be a good steal in the DCU. I think his body weight and stuff like that, I think he would make a good steal.
I just don't know if that's a good enough storyline for Aldous Hodge. That's my only concern. I thought he should have been Jon Stewart. Remember, I told you that.
Yeah. John, yeah. So I agree with you about the Steel story, but I think you could really do a lot with it, especially, if you're doing it with after Superman's death and how he creates it and he's trying to help out his hood because nobody else is helping out his hood, right? They're fighting villains all over here and they're leaving the hood alone. And he's the one who says, okay, I got to protect my hood. So you could add a good story to that.
No, don't get me wrong. I could definitely, but it won't be big enough. I think Icon is iconic type of character. I don't want Aldous Hodge as Icon. I want Jonathan Majors. I think Jonathan Majors needs to do the justice to it. So I don't know. I just want him in something so I can follow.
Agreed. You think he's going to be a good Blade or Night Thrasher?
Ooh, Night Thrasher.
Night Thrasher would be fire. Night Thrasher would be fire. I bet you Tyler Perry is like, why ain't they pushing me like that? Because Tyler Perry sucks. Danny sucks. Tyler Perry is he is one of those guys who make us look so bad in his movies. I cannot stand him anymore. I know you praised that movie that he did, the last one he did that you watched. I know you praised him, and I'm probably different than what he's usually done, but more or less he likes to do these things where black men are crap and this and that, and I can't stand that. I really hate that.
Well, I will say though, Tyler Perry has shown us that you can be a billionaire in real life. And you can make a studio on like an old plantation. Like he's done in real life some epic stuff.
Yes.
So I can't just sit there and hate on Tyler Perry. I don't think I agree with all his portrayals of things, but it's like me with Ryan Coogler. I think Ryan Coogler is a genius. I like everything he does.
I agree. No, I agree with you 100%. When it comes to his real life stuff and making that studio, and I think he lets a lot of black directors and that come in there, use the studio and stuff like that. I think that's great, 100%. I just don't like the way he does his portrayals of us in his movies.
I agree.
If not T'Challa, he should play Martian Manhunter or Icon. Martian Manhunter might be good, but the only problem with Martian Manhunter is there's going to be a lot of times he's going to be like green and stuff like that. And with an actor like this, you want him to be able to see his face. Yeah. Bryon, he is a superhero. Hawkman, okay, gun, get him.
But Hawkman is still a white guy.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. The minute you said that,
there's black characters you can do it, man.
You knew that was
Black
coming.
Lightning.
Yes.
I don't mind Black Lightning at all because you can see him as a family man too.
Yes.
You can see him.
Yes.
I mean, that works. I'm okay with that.
Black Lightning definitely works.
His brother acts too. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, if Aldous Hodge was in DCU Black Lightning, Easy Marvel, I'm thinking Blade or Night Thrasher. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Luke Cage, but he's a little bit too small. He's not big enough to be Luke Cage. He's not big enough to be Luke Cage.
Yes, we could be Luke Cage and he's bigger than Mike Coulter.
No, Mike Coulter is bulkier. Much bulkier for Luke Cage. He's way bigger. Mike Coulter is 240.
Yeah, but Aldous is cut, right? Luke Cage
is not cut. Luke Cage is a mountain of a man. He's trying to figure out a way
to get rid of him. No, we gotta. Yes. Mike Coulter needs to go as Black Panther.
He's trying to figure out a way to get rid of him.
Yes, 100%. I agree with that.
He's trying to figure out a way. Yahya Abdul-Mateen would be a good Blue Marvel or Blade. I'm not sure why they did Wonder Man. Such a waste of talent. Once again, Blue Marvel being brought to the screen, the big screen, would be epic.
Mm-hmm.
But you couldn't talk him down, so there would be no negativity that you could have in the Black part of it because he's a genius, he's a professor. He's probably going to be the most powerful thing you could ever have. So people are going to be afraid of really supporting him. That's going to be the issue.
Absolutely. Now, one thing I will say is because I don't really, again, race bending doesn't bother me or anything like that. But you put him in this movie this show that looks like it's going to be ass. That's the problem that I have. It looks like it's going to be hot garbage, and you just put another black man in there to do some stupid crap. So I don't know.
Say, oh yeah, I found the trigger. Yeah, I tried. Hot take: Canada should be more like America. What?
Never.
Thought when I first read it, I thought it said hot take: America should be more like Canada, and then I was going to go like this.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
And I'm Chicago. I'm in Chicago, guys. I was cool being United States until we don't care about who's at the office anymore.
Facts.
Laura says Tyler Perry makes movies for church ladies that don't watch his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And hearing that he puts his nasty fantasy stuff in there, yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, you call your girl, man.
Yeah, ain't nobody over here. Ain't nobody over here doing that.
He has the T'Challa build exactly. When you look at him, and I once again, when I saw Leverage, he's done African accents. He could do very much the accent that Chadwick Boseman did. It could be you can just bring him in from a different universe, different part of the multiverse, the same one that the Fantastic Four are from. I thought that should have been what we did, but it is what it is.
He has a Luke Cage build too.
When I see Marvel Rivals, I see Hodge 100%.
Yeah.
My theory with Black Panther, we might see him and Doom are coming from the same timeline that was created when Steve went back and got married to Peggy. Bro,
I like
it.
Mm-hmm. I like that. You have so much ways you can bring back a T'Challa, right? So many ways right now you can bring back a T'Challa. Like you said, different dimension, different timeline, right? Because we already established that the timelines don't go back and revert. They branch off. So you have a timeline that branched off and you have a T'Challa in there. Like there's so many ways you can bring them back. We don't need to song.
In the 1960s, we saw that the Fantastic Four movie was part of the same timeline. Yes. And was the Fantastic Four number 52, I believe it is, and when that's the introduction of Black Panther. And there's so many times where Sue is getting real close to T'Challa too. It's funny because I have the comic book too, and Sue is always she getting touched close to a lot of people. Obviously, Reed Richards not taking care of home.
Facts.
Definitely should have been Green Lantern. The person who made him said he was dark skinned, and Aldous Hodge is an American. He's American. He plays the police officer. He's a detective. All the things he already is, and he's American. Not only do you have a light skin, but not a non-American. I have more of the non-American thing that really hurts me. The non-American thing is what gets me. The fact that it just you're supposed to be from the South. Aldous Hodge is literally from the South. Like he's literally the dude has the look from the South, from America. Come on, man.
And listen, we're not doing this colorism thing, all right? I'm not going to do that on here today, right? Light skin black, dark skin black, you're still a black dude, right? I get the America stuff 100%. Should have had an American actor do that. I get that because America has a culture that no other place has in the world. We know Canada, UK, nothing. American culture is Black American culture is the most copied culture in the world. So you have to have someone that relates to that.
Epitome of cool. The epitome of cool is Black American culture.
Yes, 100%. It just you guys start trends, right? And people take those trends, right? Snapbacks, right? NWA started the snapbacks, right? When they did the Raiders stuff and all that stuff, right? You had Run DMC who did the Adidas, like they put Adidas on the map, right? We are always putting companies on the map, and then when they get that recognition, when they get the Black people money, they completely ignore the people that put them on the map. So yes, you are correct when it comes to that. I agree with you. Where were we? Hold on, I forgot where we were. Okay, here. Right here.
Hawkman was Black Panther coded. It was to show that he could do, but he could be T'Challa. That's 100% what that was. He had the money, he had all the stuff. He was cold as hell too. Man. It's
facts.
100%. What Tyrone gonna do when Trump annexes Canada? What you gonna move somewhere else?
Hey, listen. I said this, and I'll say it again. I'll move to Africa. All right, I'm gonna go to Africa. I will be in the bush with the rest of my people, so I don't have to worry about Trump and his crap over here. Yes.
I've been to Ghana. Ghana is real in the city. It could be anywhere else, man.
Oh, 100%.
You could be anywhere. In the city's the city, no matter where you go.
Yes, 100%. And that's the thing. Another thing that I hate is that when they show Africa, they show the poverty, they show this, but it is beautiful.
Don't get me wrong. There's bush.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to travel to it.
Yes, for sure.
You're not gonna be off the ocean and think you're gonna be in the bush. And that's not what's gonna happen.
Facts. It's beautiful over there, guys.
So we get into child, and that's what they're gonna do. And when they do it, I will be done. I'll be done. Said name more T'Challa who ain't cracked suit. Exactly.
Hey, you know what would have been funny? Right? We get the Fantastic Four and Franklin comes out light skinned. Right? You know what I mean? Franklin comes out light skin, you get that meme like, hey, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, that would have been fire.
He said, do you think he would be a good War Machine or even a better Cap than Mackie? I think he will overshadow Robert Downey Jr. He's too big as of a man. And I think that would be a problem because he would look more menacing. So when you're talking about power and we have the same thing, I'm bigger than you are, they'll think that he's a bigger thing. And I think that'll be an issue.
And let me say this. I love Anthony Mackie, right? I love him as Captain America. I do 100%. So I wouldn't say that. But I think Terrence Howard would have been a better War Machine than Don Cheadle did. Just the way he was playing off of Robert Downey Jr. in the first one, that second one, the tension would have been so high. And I don't think anybody plays an asshole better than Terrence Howard, to be honest with you. You watch those Best Man movies, the first one, oh, he's a prick. He's a prick. You know what I mean? And even in the Fight Night with Kevin Hart,
yep.
Even that, I think he would have been really good in that. So I wish they wouldn't have changed him.
Here we go with the Foundation Black stuff. Shaking my head.
Yeah, no, we don't do that stuff over here, right? We don't do the Tether Foundation Black stuff over here. We don't do that.
A question, both of you: do you think we could get a standalone Namor TV series or movie? Now with it, it seems that Warner Brothers is going to give the rights to DC for the theme parks to Universal.
I don't think I care about a no more TV series or standalone.
Here's where I am. I love the way the storyline was with the ancient Mayan and Aztec type of thing, the Mayans temple, and how he's connected to that way. Because I believe we need more Hispanic heroes.
Agreed.
I cannot sit here and tell you I need more Black heroes and not talk about Hispanic. The black and brown have been just ignored altogether. So like I think we need more of that, and I don't want it to be. I want it to be their own hero too. So there's a lot of things that we saw with Blue Beetle, and then taking that away. I mean, so if you change that character, you need to change the character to it and keep it. So Namor, I'm liking Namor right now, and I wouldn't mind, but I don't know if you're going to get a TV show out of it. But I would love to give him a chance. I
You
hate
know
that
what?
we don't have more characters like that.
No, I agree with you 100%, right? I think that we do need to see, and I know people like to hate the word diversity, but at the same time, when you only have like one, when you only have like two or three, right? Yes, we need to have more because you have like 50 white characters and then you have a sprinkle of pepper. You know what I'm saying? No, we got to have more diversity when it comes to this. And I know people like that's a bad word and we don't want diversity, but no, we want characters, right? We want black characters. And
I wouldn't be mad
this,
if when they go to the Ghost Rider, if they go Robbie Reyes.
Same here.
I wouldn't be mad.
Same here. And we need original black and brown characters. I'll put that out there.
Did you guys like the version of Namor we saw in Black Panther 2? And do you think that we see him back in Secret Wars, or did he get killed off the thing? He's definitely there. He's definitely going to be in Doomsday
for sure. Yeah,
I think it's going to be Secret Wars. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't think they kill him. I don't think you can't kill. He's the only one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He's the only one. You can't do that.
No, you were right 100% that it's not about the light skin versus dark skin, but if you're going to be accurate, do John accurate the same issue when you cast someone black as a white hero, in my opinion.
Listen, I get
I'm not going to argue with that. You know, I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that either. I'm not going to do that. Right? I'm not going to argue with the wanting original black characters or looking the way they look in the comics. I'm never going to argue with that. I just say I don't have a problem if they switch it up a little bit. That because I'm more or less I want to see the person who's playing the shine, right? So, but I don't ever say, oh yeah, I don't want to see original black characters. I'd prefer to see original black characters. I'd prefer to see them look like they look in the comic book. It's just they're not doing it, so I'm not gonna shit on the people that are getting jobs because they're getting a race bank.
It has nothing to do with the character. It has to do with the studio. So I'm just
yeah.
I want it to look like the character, but also I recognize in 1960s, 70s, and 80s, there's only one color for black.
Yeah, agreed.
I know the diaspora of black, and that we're all type of shapes and colors, and we're not monolithic. We're not just one look. We're not just one thing. There's more to us than that. So I don't mind it, but when is the guy for DC, Jon Stewart's the guy. I want him to look like Jon Stewart's supposed to look.
And I get that too, right? And I don't have an issue with that too. But I also say even nowadays, right? You still like when they draw characters, you only see black characters as one color. You don't really see light skin because it's hard to translate. It's like, oh, this is a light skinned black person and not a brown person. You know what I mean? So it's hard to translate the skin color when it comes to comic books. I think cartoons do it a little bit better, but comic books, I think they could do a better job of it. But I agree with you when you said, like, at one point it was like all dark skin. That's how you knew it was black. And put dark skin guy in there. So
it was brown number 7, and that's all they did.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Would you say that Cage or Black Panther is more similar to Black Lightning? Cage probably because he's American. Black Panther is in itself still African, and I don't mind that. So I mean, a black about the Antonio about it, Antonio. Yeah,
I agree.
Black about it. Yeah, I agree. They need more Native American heroes too in Marvel. Yeah, I hope that see Warpath and his brother Daniel Moonstar in the Mutant Saga, and they need to highlight it. I thought that we should have got more White Tiger. Like there's things they should have done better by America Chavez. There's things that you should be doing. Miles Morales is black and Puerto Rican. We need that.
Yes, and make Miles Morales the Spider-Man going forward in the Marvel universe. Yep. Right. I believe that works for me.
So you've been kicking around a black James Bond. Do you think the world would get behind Hodges for that role? No, they won't. They didn't get behind Idris Elba. They didn't get behind him, and he was was it sexiest man of the year?
British and ever, yeah. Like
everything
he's
they still hated it.
like he's the man where everybody said if they did a black James Bond, it should be him, and people still lost their minds over that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And to me, to be honest with you, I don't think I have a problem with a black James Bond.
Yep. So wasn't it established that once you took the super serum, you're sterile? How does the cat have children?
Oh, my bad.
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. Actually, I don't have that answer, and that's something we're probably going to see in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what everyone is against DEI is saying. They want original black characters, not to remake every white character to a black person. Exactly. I don't want to remake every white character to black. I don't want any white character to be a black guy. I just want us to be our own black guy. I don't need Jor-El. I don't need a black Superman unless it's going to be a different universe. I don't need to just make it into. But we have other characters. Their icon is right there. Worlds collide. Let's do that.
And let me say this too, because I know we're trying to get through this comments real quick. If you're against DEI and you racist, right? Because I think no, 100%. Because I think people use the DEI as a crutch to say, like, oh, well, they're just doing it because the person's black. You still have to be qualified to get the freaking job. All right, let's just put it that way. You still got to know what you're doing. You can't say, I can't say, oh, I'm going to go and hire to go fly an airplane. They're going to hire me because I'm black. I have to know how to do it, right?
People don't want to recognize the fact that everyone was given a head start. Basically, if you're pushed back, there's a head start of 200 years of development that people don't want to acknowledge. And you say, oh, but it's equal now. But you had 200 years to do it, and you have all the people that are making all the decisions are you. So do you not understand? You have to have some rule there to make it work. You know, and it doesn't mean you have to work any less hard or any of that stuff. But everyone's like, think about, look at me, instead of thinking about, oh, maybe this is a problem that you had this head start and you weren't able to create this wealth or this society that always shows you how to do these things. Most of the people that are doing a lot of this stuff are the first people to do.
Yes. Facts. 100%.
So we got Nate Moore coming out of the water for Hispanics. We need more. Yeah. And what are your guys' opinions on the whole argument that Marvel only changed the black backstory and skin color of Namor because they didn't want to compare it to Jason Momoa's Aquaman in DCU? That's 100% what it is. No, but but also they didn't want to deal with. Technically, he wasn't Hispanic, you know.
Yeah.
So they were changing it to keep it away from Aquaman, but I think that's true.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it.
I'm not a fan of Taco Ball Namor. He's wearing a Speedo, bro. It's really hard to be totally in shape. He should be chiseled, not a reflection of me. He's not a reflection of you, JD. I love you. He's not a reflection of you. So hit the gym, Namor. You can't pay to look a certain way. Oh no, another trick is shaking my head. We do need a dark skin storm. I would riot if we don't get dark skin storm. Oh,
I'll agree with that. I'll agree
Kenya?
with that. Yeah, I agree.
Holly Berry's a lot of things. She ain't from Kenya.
Color brown number 7. Yeah, exactly.
What are your thoughts on my last comment? Oh, I think we hit you. Like James Bond would hit hard if to be Aaron, or to be a good young James Bond. And by the way, I know he's killing it in Green Lantern. I do. I think Aaron Pierre's going to do a great job in Green Lantern. I just would have rather seen someone like Aldous Hodge that's American and stuff like that. Peggy Carter is the cure for Steve being sterile. Hey, dude, do you know her?
Facts.
Whoa.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good
facts.
Lord.
Yeah.
You couldn't keep me from being sterile. Like one
facts.
kid.
Facts. Football team of kids.
Exactly. Like, hey, it's been 9 months and 3 weeks. Let's go. It's time to do this again. People are saying this bullshit is backwards. People who haven't left their mother's basement in their whole lives.
Agreed.
I agree. And also, I think James Bond, the reason why it's so hard for people, it's hard. It's because I don't think that the family of the Flemings will allow them to do that because they're during the time that these books were written. Yeah. I believe
I can see that.
it wasn't a ton of dark-skinned, brown-skinned agents in British intelligence.
Facts. I still don't think there are today. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So, I'm saying. Next one.
Yeah.
Also, you say that they need to be qualified is what the quality of everything has to be decline. When I say DEI, I don't only mean blacks or non-whites. I'm plenty of lesbian and white women got through. So, it's so funny that you're saying that, Fred, because honestly, the way that the civil rights movement happened, it was no movement until the white women joined.
It joined, yeah.
Allowed a lot of stuff. So a lot of the things that happened that were supposed to be for black people actually end up being minority for white women. And then when you add in sexual identity into minority, it allows now white men to be seen as minority, which is hard in itself because they're still white men. No one knows your sexual identity until you tell them.
Absolutely. And so let me say this real quick, because you're saying, but still, regardless of whether someone got through or not because of a DEI hiring, they still had to be qualified for the job. We're not saying, and this is the problem, because Beaming has said too here on the last one, and then we'll get to this one before we get off of this, because this is not rewind topic, this OOC topic, but he said, I think DEI is racist as the other way around. No, it's not. The reason why it's not is because people are using that as an excuse to saying black people don't deserve the job. But the reason why we have DEI is because black people who were qualified were getting looked over by white people who weren't as qualified, right? Because of the color of their skin. So DEI is there to level the playing field. That's what it is. But the people who some of you guys follow, right, who hate on DEI, they hate on it because they don't want to see black people in positions of power. So they use it as an excuse. Go ahead.
Everything can be, there's good and bad parts to everything. And
exactly.
I think that needs to be explained and that needs to be known. There's good and bad things all the time for everybody, for everyone. So you can't just focus on one part and not the other. And why the reason why you need something. So that it's there, but you need something because this is what they're doing all the time. So it's very hard. I understand what you're saying. I understand both sides. I believe to not recognize the reason for it is problematic. And I will tell you this: racism is power plus prejudice equals racism. And if you're on the minority and you're on the other half of it, you cannot be racist. You can be prejudiced.
Exactly.
Because that is the definition. I've read the books. This is what the definition is.
Yes.
Racism is becoming a blanket statement, and that's not what it really is.
Yes.
Racism without the power, the prejudice plus power equals racism.
100%. And we don't have the power to effect white people not getting jobs, white people not getting this. So yes, we can be prejudiced, but can we really be racist when we don't have the power?
I think it's the wrong word choice, and and understand why you can't use that word choice. And it's not that white people can't use racism, because I think that they can, but there's because there's areas where their power is present. But if it's not present in that, then you can't use the idea of racist.
Agreed. 100%.
Definition, guys. That's just definition stuff.
And we're going to get to the last comics at the end of the show. We're going to move on to the next topic real quick because we've been going a little bit long. But listen, guys, the only reason why the show goes as long as it does is because of you guys in the comment chat. And we appreciate that all the time. So don't start like, oh, we got to get these guys. We're not going to make comments. No, keep comments coming. We love it. 100%. But we do try to get out of here at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? But we do appreciate all the comments and that's what I'm saying. So we're going to get on to the next topic because the next topic is the one we really wanted to discuss. Move it over to the side. And this is the biggest one for the night. Yeah. It says, Blade reboot dead at Marvel Studios. Mahershala Ali will debut as the Daywalker in Midnight Suns instead. I'm not going to read the whole letter. We're just going to get to a few stuff of it, and then we're going to give our comments, right? So says, it seems Marvel Studios may have finally decided to pull the plug on the long-awaited, and anticipated, all right? Let's not forget that word, right? A lot of us were anticipating this Blade movie. So, Blade reboot, and we're hearing that Mahershala Ali will still get to play the character in Midnight Suns. If I was him, I would quit. But that's just... It's been 7 years. 7 years.
It was 2019. It was 2019.
7 years
when they announced it. Everything else that they announced came out except for Blade. And it doesn't have a script.
You kept this guy waiting for 7 years.
He probably can't get his money until it comes out. You don't walk away for that money.
Oh my God. It's been 7 years since Marvel Studios announced that Mahershala Ali was set to star as the titular vampire slayer in the new MCU Blade movie. And after numerous delays and setbacks, it seems the studio has given up on trying to bring the reboot to the screen. We got the disappointing news that the project had been removed from Marvel's slate in 2024, but a report that the movie was only on indefinite hold followed, right? And we were led to believe that Blade had simply been delayed again and would eventually move forward. However, during this week's episode of The Hot Mic, Jeff Snyder said he heard that the Blade reboot is now dead, but the plan for Ali to make his MCU debut as the character in the Midnight Sun movie. Ali was asked about the status of the film while being interviewed on the red carpet last year's Jurassic Rebirth premiere, and while he made it clear that he's still more than willing to suit up as the Daywalker, the ball is very much in the studio's court. Call Marvel, the actor said to Variety. I'm ready. Let them know I'm ready. Ali has had little more to say to the THR. I would love for Blade to happen. We'll see. I don't know where Marvel is at right now. I'm just looking for the next great part. I really am. All right. Last we heard the latest draft of the draft by Eric Pearson, who was the sixth writer to have been assigned to the project after Michael Green, Stacey O'Chef Clifford, whatever, and Michael Strawberry, Bo DeMaio, and Nick Polazio had finally satisfied everyone's involvement. But clearly, this wasn't the case. Apparently, the reason Blade was pushed back again is because Marvel is prioritizing multiversal stories in the build-up to Avengers, Doomdays, and Secret Wars. So it may not be a case of studios struggling to get Blade right. It may be simply bad timing for Ali's Daywalker to make his MCU debut. There have also been rumors that the positive response to Wesley Snipes' appearance in Deadpool and Wolverine may have led to the studio switching gears and deciding to make the reboot in a multiverse story that could feature both takes on the Daywalker. Whatever the case may be, Feige assured fans that Marvel is committed to seeing a Blade fruition story after this most recent delay. We are committed to Blade. We love the character. We love Mahershala Ali's take on him. And rest assured, whenever we change directions with a project or are still figuring out how it fits into our schedule, we let the audience know. You're all up to date on what's happening, but I can tell you that the character will indeed make it to the MCU. Sounds like Feige will make good on his promise to bring Ali's Blade to the MCU at least, and there is always a possibility that the character will eventually get his own solo movie after Midnight Suns. Bryan, you start this one off, bro. Go ahead.
Look, first off, this is Mahershala Ali was not too old to be Blade when he was cast.
Agreed.
43, about to turn 44. He's 51, guys. Don't say Mahershala Ali is too old now. The problem is that they hadn't come up with a damn movie yet. He could have been 45 years old, could have been in the movie. We could be on the second or third iteration of this damn movie. That's the problem. They're pissing me off with all my black characters. Marvel, really, we're gonna have a problem. And this they were at their peak. And this is look at the time, my guys. Black Panther came out, $1 billion movie. All black people were all around Marvel. Everyone's surprised and they loving T'Challa. And then Kevin Feige gets caught up in all the emotion and says, "We're gonna do Blade next." And then Chadwick passes away. They lose a little momentum and they stop prioritizing it. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that's what it looks like to me.
No, I agree with you 100%. I 100% believe that is exactly what happened because How can you not get a Blade movie made? It's vampire and vampire killer. What else do you need?
It could be a standalone story. It doesn't have to connect with everything else. Just this is happening also in this world.
Yes. The first Blade movie, as good as it was simplistic. It was Blade killing vampires with a little backstory about his mom in the mix of it. That is all you need. I don't understand why you think that it's so hard to make a freaking Blade movie. What do we want to see? We want to see Blade killing vampires. That's what I want to see. I don't need to see his daughter and we're going to pass the torch and we're going to do this and emotion. No, I don't need to see that. It's as simple as making, you could have freaking took the Blade movie that we already had
and just redo it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do a different setting.
Yes.
Redo it.
Villain.
Yep. And say, okay, we're going to do very similar to this. That's all they had to do. And you introduce them. You could have we seen Moon Knight since?
Facts.
You could have done this way back then. This could have been done a long time ago. And I honestly, I feel like I look at real world situations.
Mm-hmm.
When you get all this stuff going on and you announce it because the idea of the black consumer is making all this money for us, and we're going to try to continue with that thing, and then the momentum slowed, and then Marvel stopped prioritizing.
And you know what I think it is, Bryon? Right? Because remember, when they first wanted to do the Black Panther movie, they were like, "Oh, we don't know about that. We don't know if black people will come out to that." Now they're in a predicament.
Who fought for it?
Yes. And now they're in a predicament to where, oh, the box office numbers aren't as good as we were. So do we really want to take a chance on this black movie? That's exactly what it is. Because every other movie that you said came out and they were trash.
I mean, I keep on saying, look at this timeline. When you look at 2017, 2018, 2019, they announced this, right? Chadwick died, I think it's August 28th of 2020. And momentum stopped with black movies.
Yes.
And then, if you don't believe me, look at Captain America: Brave New World. They had to rewrite that 4 or 5 times.
Yes, 100%.
They announced the one with Riri Williams. They announced, but the momentum wasn't there, right? Because they stopped it because Chadwick wasn't there anymore.
Yes.
I'm blaming the studio 100% of the way. I am not. Mahershala Ali being too old. Look, he was been there since before he was too old. So no, I don't think that's the problem. I think they could have done a lot of different things with him. But now it's getting to a point where he is too old to do it. And yes, they're going to have both of them in it. But can Mahershala Ali carry this torch for another 15 years?
Facts.
I don't know. And it's not his fault.
Facts.
So Facts. I mean, I'm tired of seeing this from Marvel, and I don't know. I'm starting to worry that it's time for me to get off the bandwagon. And this Tucson thing is going to be the tipping point for me. Literally, it's going to be it. And I'll be like, all right, guys. I'm all in with DC.
I am right there with you because their portrayal and what they're doing with the black characters has really been disappointing, to say the least, right? Disappointing, downright dreadful with what they were doing, right? And I know, we had to get a Black Panther 2, let's get this out, but they sabotaged that franchise too. They sabotaged it, right? You knew what you needed to do. You knew people wanted T'Challa, but you thought, no, we can put Shuri in there and it'll be just as good. And it wasn't, right? Not only was it not just as good, it didn't even make as much money as it did. So now it's like, oh, you see, guys, they don't want to see black movies. They don't want to see it, so we can't take chances off of that. No, that's not what it is. You screwed it up. You messed it up when you could have just let Black Panther 2 come out around now.
Yeah, you could have wrote it, filmed it, and had it come out 2025.
Yes.
That's what should have happened. You should have given everyone a 5 years break. 5 years is what you really need for a death of such a person of that type of charisma and that type of he's epic. Chadwick Boseman will always be epic for me. I will never forget what he's done in all his movies. I will never forget how good of an actor he really is. I love his portrayal of T'Challa. I love all those things. That doesn't mean the character dies with him.
Facts.
That doesn't mean the entire experience dies with him. And I think Marvel's done this. They've done it. So I don't want to say it's anything else except they don't want to promote, they don't want to market, and now they allow the momentum to slow down. They're doing it. I'm very disappointed. I'm highly disappointed.
And now I have to question myself, really. And it's like, did Ryan Coogler really not want to recast, or did Marvel say they're not going to recast, right? Because at the end of the day, even though Ryan Coogler will say, no, it hurt and we didn't want to recast or whatever, if it comes down from the head ups, you're not going to say, well, we wanted to we'll find out maybe 10 years from now when he's not with Marvel that, you know what, we wanted to wait a little longer. We did want to recast, but Marvel said, no, we got to get the Black Panther 2 out this year or next year or whenever. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. I think it's the studios. I don't think it's Ryan Coogler.
I agree.
think it was the studio.
This is our opinions, guys. Let's look at the chat. Let's look in these comments so we can get into this.
Out of here and then close this up for the night. All right.
So unfortunately, we got it.
Yeah, 3 hours. Wow.
When they do recast Iron Man, what do you think about Kieran Culkin? He might have to hit the gym a bit. He's in Succession. He's a great actor, so that's something we're going to check out. 007 is the Monitor, but the character of James Bond is created at the time when the intelligence community in Britain was very segregated, and they didn't have a ton of agents of black and brown skin. That's also true.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, we're living in a day and age now where there are, right? So we can actually give us that. You know what I mean? But people are like, oh, no, you can't have 007 James Bond as black guy. Whatever.
I understand why they chose Ali as Blade because of his pedigree, but they should have chose a younger actor. I think they should have done this a long time ago.
Yes. We didn't have to wait 7 years for a Blade movie.
Yeah, 7 years.
I can get off of the stream right now and write a Blade movie that's better than anything they were thinking about doing.
Because it only got to be about vampire king killing.
That's it, right? Little story here and there, little talking, exposition, and then boom, killing vampires. Like my whole movie starts off killing vampires, story. Middle, killing vampires, and then the final scene, killing vampires. Like, what are we doing here?
Create a big bad, make him go against a big bad, and
yes, that's it.
Introduction to Blade, done.
Facts, 100%.
So if this wasn't a black man, he would be talking more about it in the news and how Marvel did them. Yeah, 100%. Wesley Snipes was a line about that there's only going to be one Blade. It seems like
I know. And you know what? Whenever I talk to Chill again, I'm going to have to tell him he was right. And I hate telling Chill he's right.
Yeah, he's never going to let you hear the end of that.
You
know? Jordan Peele would kill it in Midnight Suns movie. I do think that he will. I think it's not coincidence that they released this a week after saying they're talking to Jordan Peele.
And let me say this. I don't care. Blade is not a ensemble movie. Here's a first movie, then ensemble. You don't introduce him in an ensemble movie first. You do his Blade movie first.
It's like doing Iron Man and doing the Avengers and then bringing Iron Man, Captain America.
Yes.
After you did all of it in Thor.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're going to end Blade with Snipes. It's going to be T'Challa all over again. Be careful what you wish for. Sometimes nostalgia can kill off a character.
Yeah.
The reason why I think they would have made more sense for having a younger actor to play Blade when he debuted. It has more to do with Hugh Jackman, and said recently, even when he got cast as Wolverine, he felt stunts were taking a toll on his body and really quick.
Yeah, but Hugh Jackman was he was young when Hugh Jackman was doing Wolverine for like 20 years, all right?
Oh, longer. You know the first X-Men movie came out?
When did it come out?
I wanted to say it was in 1999.
Oh my God. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? You might be right. Hold on. Let me see this. X-Men movie. First one.
2000? It was 2000. I'm sorry. I said 1999.
2000. Okay, 2000. Even still. 25 years,
It's
26
26 years
years
now. 26
26 years. You know what I mean? So yeah, when he started off at Wolverine, he was a perfect big. Now it's like, man, you getting in diaper age, bro. Like, what are we doing here?
Also, I think the reason that the plans changed is because they debuted in the Eternals, and he was attached to the story, so they were going to do the Dan Whitman, but they're not doing that second Eternals. Yeah,
bro, we got Eternals before we got a Blade movie. Let that sink in.
I'm going to say this, y'all probably going to laugh. Sony had the ingredients. They had Morbius. They blew the connection to Blade. They had Kraven. They had Venom. They blew Spider-Man connection. Well, Blade could have been by himself, because he literally, the fact that you already knew Blade started off the entire MCU, he saved the MCU, the movies were all started with Blade, you could have just did it.
He could have been the first movie of this phase coming up, could have been the Blade movie.
Exactly.
Right? And you could have had him fighting Morbius. Morbius could have been the bad guy. So, you know what I mean? You're right, Danny. Sony did have the ingredients, but they decided we're going to make all of these bad guys anti-heroes instead of doing something different with them.
Sony had one ingredient, but Blade could have been made with a gumbo. So you could have done whatever you wanted to do. You could put anything you wanted in there. You have all the vampires. Even Dracula is public knowledge, like it's public domain. You can use Dracula.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it was worse than the trash. It was a burning corpse. So is anyone going to be the head of GameStop and grab some items before, or head of GameStop and have some items before they close up their stores? I've already done it.
When is the final official close date?
Oh, in Chicago, they've already closed.
Oh, really?
I grabbed a lot of stuff. Yeah. They had Madam Web and blew up Spider-Man Beyond and Beyond the storyline. They should have had Blade, Morbius, Ghost Rider in the movie together. They just do a Blade solo. They should do a Ghost Rider solo and then do a Midnight Suns. Yeah, you ever have Moon Knight? You could do that. Yeah, Wolverine. You got all that stuff.
Yeah. Agreed. You could do the solo movies first, then the team up movies. That's how it works. You know what I mean? You have to introduce these characters first so people care about them.
They even downgraded Nick Fury in the MCU. Oh, black guys think he's powerful. Yeah,
big time. Big time.
So I hope we get a Brother Voodoo, man. I hope that he's in Midnight Suns. And that's what I'm saying. Give me Brother Voodoo. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Or from Mahershala Ali and Coogler from the town Oakland. Have you heard of any Mahershala Ali rap before he was an actor? He was in hieroglyphics. 100 what? All right, Delta Dane. Now you're gonna have me checking on this stuff.
Yeah, me too.
Be talking about this.
Yeah, me too.
It was Marvel that was afraid of recasting. I agree.
I think so. Yeah.
Just waiting on the smoke alarm sound. Yeah, they gonna pull. If Kevin's too incompetent to make a basic vampire movie, then he should be kicked out of Hollywood. Mahershala Ali shouldn't have wasted his time on it.
7 years. You wasted 7 years of this guy's time. Like, if I think about it, in those 7-year time, and maybe there's movies I missed, because I don't see everything, but the biggest movie he's done in the 7 years was the Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So all this time he's sitting there waiting for Marvel to get this Blade movie on. Like, you got, oh my God, I hope he still got paid something, bro.
I think that's what he's still attached to the movie. I think they're going to have to give him a lot of money.
Yeah, I think so too. That's ridiculous.
How do you think Doomsday is going to do? They're going to reboot everything when we just now seen X-Men. The girl in Stranger Things, Jean. Oh my God, I can't wait for the multiverse to end. I think. Well, she's going to be. I think she will be. I think she's Madeline Pryor. I think she will continue to be there. I think they're going to do the soft reboot with Battle World, and all the old X-Men are going to die. And then they're going to have a new X-Men come in. That's
absolutely 100%. It's going to have Battle World. Battle World's going to end. They're going to fix everything. But when they do, you're going to realize that every universe is combined. But it's going to be combined in a way to where it's like, hey, you guys weren't here before. Everybody is going to think that the X-Men were always in that universe.
Always there.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
In the early 2000s, Blade 2 was the best comic book movie ever until Spider-Man 2 was released. Yes.
Agreed.
Wolverine was supposedly to look old, though. Oldest X-Men, at least. Yeah, but he was in World War I.
Yes.
So we'll probably get a Howard Duck movie before we get Blade.
And I will go see Howard the Duck in theaters all day, every day. That's what I'm talking about, right, Danny? Danny's gonna be watching it with me. We're gonna do a breakdown of Howard the Duck movie. Yes.
I can see Danny's face. And he says, I said this earlier, I believe another way that could have explained the existence of Blade and the whole Society of Vampires is what Wanda died after the last Doctor Doom movie. She released it. You're right, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. She released all the magic she was absorbing, and she was when she read the Dark Hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dark Hole.
There's so many things. We didn't even really need to have this big origin story for Blade. Hey, his mom was bitten by a vampire, he was born, boom, Blade's in the universe. That's it. We didn't need nothing more.
So do the reboot, send Fantastic Four back to their timeline so you can see why the multiverse doesn't make sense. Okay.
I mean,
I think Fantastic Four is going to end up being around too. I think they're all going to be around. Fantastic Four is not going away anytime soon. This reboot is not going to have a new Reed Richards. Sorry, guys.
Agreed. This Fantastic Four that we're seeing now is going to be the Fantastic Four that we see in the reboot. It's not going to be,
I don't think they're downgrading Nick Fury. I think they gave me the leader of the Sword, and Maria Hill is going to be the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Maria Hill's dead, though, no?
Yeah. Maria Hill is dead, and the problem is now that Nick Fury was a badass, and I think they kind of took a little of that bad assness away from him a little bit.
100%, and had him sleeping with a scroll. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? What? No.
They pulled the Rosa Parks on Blade. Are we gonna kill it? Yeah. Take a shot. Man. Give me a Blade and Morbius movie, that would have been dope. You could have killed him. You could have killed him immediately, right there.
Yep, 100%. Like, whatever you want to do or whatever you want to say, Blade is a simple movie that could have been made, right? And I agree with Bryon where I feel like they're not taking the black characters seriously enough. I really believe that. I believe that they're just feeling like, oh, we could just put out a black character movie and boom. Well, and they're only doing it to get the black people money, right? But if you want our money, give us something good. Give us something that we want to go see, right? Don't let us go see a movie where it's like, oh my God, this movie looks great. And then we go see it and it's complete ass. Like, come on now.
They just feel like they'll watch anything. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. We'll watch anything. And then when we don't show up, they use the excuse that we don't want to see black superheroes.
Hey, you don't really want to do it. You didn't show up to that one. Like, well, it wasn't good.
Yeah, agreed. Give me Blade and Morbius. Read that one. And the final comment here. If you guys have to choose your lineup for the Midnight Suns, who would it be outside of Blade, Moonlight, and Ghost Rider? I'd put Doctor Strange in there. I'd put Doctor Strange in there. And you know what? I kind of want to see more of Man-Thing. So I would put him in there too.
Man-Thing, interesting.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I'm going to go with Wolverine. And keep him away from the rest of
the X-Men for a while. Yeah, I could see that too. I can see that. Actually, you know what? I want them to do an alpha fight. Nice.
Okay.
That's what I want them to do, and put Wolverine over there with them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That Sasquatch and everything. Yeah, I would like to see that. I hear people talking about Wally West as the Flash for the DCU. I feel the same way about it, being blurry. So I'm sorry, but he is the Flash. I got you. And if they brought back Coulson, they could bring back Hill. If they gonna reset the MCU, then they can absorb the TV show lore as well. Problem solved. So here's the thing:
when they reboot, they're going to start fresh. They're not going to bring anyone back.
Yeah. And here's the thing: Coulson was brought back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which wasn't canon, and then the Coulson that we seen was a Skrull. So they didn't really bring back Coulson. You know what I mean? They left Jon Snow out. Yeah, 100%. Final comment before we close up. Mine are Blade, Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, specifically Werewolf by Night, Jennifer, Cole, Abram, Van Helsing, Rachel Van Helsing, and Jericho Drum Thoughts.
I
like
like Van
like
Helsing. I like the Van
Yeah.
Helsing thing is
I like
really
Van Helsing
good.
too.
I like it a lot. Robbie Reyes is the one I want when I talk about Ghost
Robbie
Rider.
Reyes, I want to
100%. And so if you put that in there, I think that's fire. I love the way you put that. That entire lineup's good.
Agreed. Because I'll say this, Robbie Reyes in Agents of Steel was fire. I don't care what anybody says. It was a great Ghost Rider take. Do we want the original? I think some people do, but I think Robbie Reyes is just as good. Yeah. But with that being said, guys, yes, correct. Football time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it is perfect timing to close up the show. So, Bryon, tell the viewer where they can find you. Hey, Bryon, I'm going to let you know. If the Bears lose, I'm texting you.
Oh,
actually, I'm calling you.
I believe it too. I believe it. No, we need to go ahead. Look, my wife made these great T-shirts. I want to show them tonight. That it's a bear with a cheese grater, grading up all the Packers. She did a great job. So I'm gonna have to show. I'm gonna have them tonight. I'm gonna show them when we're doing Expanse. We can probably watch the end of the game first to see the Bears beat the Packers, and then we'll get on to Expanse tonight. But Mondays and Thursdays, I'm on Spoiler Kings. We do a great show. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun, and always every Saturday.
Wait a minute.
Here with the Rewind with Anzo. Cannot wait.
Wait, isn't Steelers in Houston tonight too?
Is that tonight? Or no, it's Monday, I think.
That's Monday? Okay. Because I was going to be like, I think I got to be a little bit careful with what happens tonight until the Steelers. On stream. I gotta wait. I might not trash you on the Bears tonight. If they lose, I'll wait until Monday and then I'll do that. But guys, thank you all for coming in. Much appreciated. Everybody that came into here and contributed in a conversation and kept us on here for 3 hours and 10 minutes. We appreciate you, but we do gotta close it up. We will be back next week with another episode of the Rewind. The Rewind. But thank you, everybody. Peace, love, and hair grease, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.